laying it up. You keep it laying it up. Yeah.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Shane Davis.
And I am Brandon Fountain, and we are the Controlled Burn.
That's right. We have a couple of very, very special, very, very different looking guests today. You couldn't confuse them for the same person if you tried. We've got...
So this is... yeah, you know what? Introduce yourself.
Yeah. I'm Josh, other known as RedBilly. Yeah, I'm Nick. We're with we're with RedBilly.
We're the what do you guys, the Billy Brothers?
The Billy Brothers.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yep.
Someone said, I don't know if it was John that said it last week or one of you guys, but I was like, oh, dude, damn it. I want a cool freaking brother to have a badass name with.
Yep.
You know, we got history, but we don't have a cool catch name.
We're the Burn Brothers? Can we
Yeah.
Can't do that?
Sounds like potentially
Sounds like some
BD.
girl shit.
Yeah.
Sounds
Or
like some
that.
junior high. Like, yeah. Well, we'll get there.
Burn power! Well,
Thank
welcome,
you guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank y'all for showing
Appreciate
up
it.
today. I've heard a lot of great things about you guys. Never met in person, so this is cool. We were right in the middle of a fun conversation right before we jumped in and got doing this.
Yes.
And this is completely outside of our space, but peptides are taking over the world right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
they
real.
are.
Yeah.
Ozempic it was like the first big one that everybody jumped on and knows, but
Well, they're getting peptide versions of these pharmaceuticals.
right. Which is there's a thing coming out, and I forget when it's supposed to happen, but it's going on in Vegas, but it's like essentially an Olympics for
the
enhanced
enhanced
games.
game. Yeah, I'm
that's
excited
something.
for that.
You haven't heard of this?
No.
Dog. So they are. There's basically no drug testing, and they're doing like different like Olympic style events with people who are jacked to the gills just to see. Which I mean, I'm fucking stoked for it.
Yeah.
So like no drug, maybe look cocaine.
No, I don't think
literally
that
just,
might
like,
not.
take
They're gonna
whatever
test
you
for that?
want.
That only
Right.
helps John
bullshit.
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good enough for my champion. It's good enough for me, dog. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just excited to see like the discus throw or like the javelin throw,
Oh,
seeing how
dude,
far
yeah,
you can
juiced
throw
out
that.
dudes.
Yeah. You got guys with 25-inch biceps, like
Well, when Mark McGuire
hard you can. Like a
was
Roman
juiced to the
soldier.
gills, that's when baseball was fun. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
home run derby was a big deal back then, and I
Yeah.
mean people were whacking it out every time. That was a weird way to say
No,
that.
but I was at pause.
Whacking it hard. Pause.
Can we edit there? Clip. You better clip
let's
that.
Yeah.
Flip it out. I love it.
So, what's going on, guys? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
Tell us about yourself.
Oh man,
Tell us
we're
about
just
your
staying busy. We're trying to get our third store, realistically, our third store now,
Hell yeah.
our super store. So we had Siloam Super Store, and then now our Roland Super Store
Okay.
is coming soon. So
Oh, you guys are enrolling.
yeah, so Yeah. Roland is our third location. We are hoping to be around, I don't know, I would say mid-March, I think. yeah, probably. there's no hard date yet, obviously, because
Yeah,
I mean you have
life.
to life and
OMA.
OMA and OB and
OMA,
DD. You know,
right,
you just gotta kind of play by their rules, but
Oh, they're super easy to work with.
Yeah,
for sure.
we hear they're
Super
really
duper
easy,
I-
guys.
really great people there.
Good folks there.
But yeah, I'm really excited. We got, I mean, Siloam. We're right on the Arkansas border, West Siloam Springs.
It's our hideaway spot.
It's our hideaway spot.
That's
I
where
mean,
we hide.
I honestly, I like
that's
being,
home base.
Yeah, it's home
Gotcha,
base.
gotcha.
And then we have our J location. We don't. We're kind of just managers of that store right now. As far as the store goes, it's still under wholesale cannabis.
Okay. I know, like Roland. I made a lot of money selling to dispensaries in Roland. It's a pretty high traffic area, and that's the one you guys are about to open, right?
Right.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
right.
exciting. That's a cool spot.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, I think a lot. The main people that are mad are obviously, the natural health.
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't gonna throw them out, but I worked with them for
I
a
probably
couple
shouldn't
years.
have said their name, but
It's been
you can edit that out if you want.
no. Here's the thing: we
They're
just
not
had
fond of us.
John Kumbas on, right?
Yeah.
We would have had to edited the whole
Great guy.
podcast if we that guy shoots from the hip. So No, Rolling Natural Health, which
So we're right across the street.
I forget her name.
That's the reason I bring that up.
There was I was going to drive me crazy. The lady that was the purchasing manager at the time, she's been gone for years. 'Cause I haven't sold flower in 3.5 years, 4 years, something like that.
Okay.
From like 2018 until I don't know, maybe 2020, 2021, I was hitting the streets, selling to dispos, and
Back when it was fun.
yeah, dude. Well, and it's funny, like in 2018, 2019, like we were, we were upset selling $1,600 pounds. Like that was that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
And I mean that's been cut in half a few times since then. How are you guys doing as far as like flower sales goes? Because you guys have a grow, a processor, and the dispensaries, right?
Yeah. So, excuse me. As far as like, I can really only gauge it from we started in 2019, but we didn't start RedBilly until around 2020.
Okay.
So I remember we were the growers at the time, so we didn't have our store until 23 or 22.
20.
I think it was
Two.
the end of 22.
Okay.
Was when we had opened up Asylum.
Okay, gotcha.
So we were only growing at the time and had a processor.
Okay.
And
okay.
As far as being like head down in the grow, I mean, all I could hear was, "Oh man, this flower is going to sell for $2,000, $2,500 a pound." And I was like, "It's like, oh my gosh, like I want to hand trim this myself. I want to make it perfect for everybody."
Right.
And then we ended up growing hundreds of pounds a week, and I was like, "Man, I can't keep up with this." We're gonna have to hire a trim crew. Obviously, we got a trim machine for small buds and stuff like that.
Right.
And it was really fun being in that time where it was just. I guess you could say the Wild West or whatever.
It was exciting, though.
Everything
was
before
exciting.
metric.
Yeah, everything before metric. It's like, I see people like, and from experience where you can shuttle 50 to 100 pounds to a store at a time,
Right.
And you're carrying around $100,000 in a bag, and it's like,
yeah.
I mean, there's no better feeling than that,
Dude. I remember
100%.
I had it was like a 200-pound deal, and this was when I was like pretty new, right? And had a pretty healthy stack of cash on me after the deal, and the guy that I was selling it for, he was like, "All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to this bank, and you're gonna tell them that your grandpa passed away and left you a car." And I was like, "Hold on."
LOL.
I was like, "What are you telling me?" And he's like, "Well, because if you deposit, more than this, then we're gonna get dinged." I was like, "Oh, you're hell no." I'm like, "How about this? I'm gonna bring this
You're talking about embezzlement.
yeah. I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh well."
not signing the IRS form.
Good try. Yeah. Well, and I know because at the time I think it was like anything over $9,000.
It's 10.
Okay.
Yeah, technically 10,000.
So you can
have
do
to
like
the
9,500.
whatever form. Or
Well, and they're
whatever.
looking to. I think they're either trying to drop that down to like 2,500, or they like. I know that's something that I seen. Or I seen that recently.
They just don't want cash on the market,
Dude, it's.
all.
Well, and nobody fucking does. You go anywhere nowadays, like it's like cash isn't wanted. Like
No.
I have been making out pretty cool since they stopped making the penny though. Like a lot of places haven't had pennies, so they just give me like more back. I'm like,
Right.
all right, I'll take the $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up.
yeah. I don't want 98 cents, man. I really
Shane's
don't.
capitalizing on this.
Yeah,
He's
all
like,
right, yeah.
He's buying shit until it's like until it's like right under. They're gonna round up.
yeah, I'm mathing it. Yeah. It'll
Fuck the
eventually get
man.
Yeah.
there.
So I just want you guys to know, I didn't want to change, the subject right there, but I don't know if you guys saw, while y'all were in the middle of your conversation, I was quiet, and I was, there was a lot of commotion over here. Did you guys see that other corner of your eye?
I was peeking.
Here's what happened, man. I was, every show, I have my notes for the show, and I write down like what time we started so I can keep an idea of it, anything that, I want to talk about, jot it down real quick. I lost my pen, my Apple pen. Couldn't find it anywhere. I had a freak out. Couldn't find it. I checked under like everything. I checked under my belly, when I was much bigger, like back where we were talking about, when I was much bigger, sometimes I would lose shit and then I would get out of the car or get up from the chair and I would find it because it would fall out because it may or may not have been, in under a roll.
Yeah.
So I went to like feeling like that had happened again. and I'm like signing to Ariel like, hey, I can't find my freaking pencil. Can you peek and see if you see it? So she's like over there ducking, looking under the chair and shit. And then she like points to her head. So I thought she's telling me that the mic can hear what's going on. But no, she was telling me I stuck the fucking pencil in my hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And that's why I couldn't find it. So then I had a little laugh to myself. And I really wanted you guys to be a part of that. So I just wanted to tell you.
Everybody watching, if you're listening, you can. But if you're watching, pause right now, kick it back like 2-3 minutes, and you get to watch that whole thing happen while we're all talking.
There was a lot of movement, a lot of commotion.
I could have swore I saw you put it somewhere. I was like, what is he doing?
Stuck it right there because I was like, oh, I won't lose it there.
Right.
It won't fall off. And then I lost it there.
Right.
But it's okay. So it's dead now. So we're good.
We're good.
Not a problem. We're going to let it charge and we're going to move on. Dude. So I'm excited for you guys to be here. I've never got to interact with you guys, never done business with you or anything. But got to tell the store or the viewers how I heard. So we got a call one day from the lab, and it was you, and just had a question because you guys have a dispensary about a type of product that we could have answered for you. So got to talking to you that way. Turns into a freaking hour-long phone call, which turns into, like another, 20 or 30-minute phone call a few times. And then I was like, yo, dude, we have a podcast, man. You should come. Because he's likes to talk about some of the same stuff I do, right?
So
Politics
you're
of
the long-winded one. That's
I mean, we had several. I think we had like 2 or 3. Oh well, we had the 1 hour-long one, and then like 40-minute.
We had good conversation, but just about OMA,
stuff we can talk about for
rulemaking,
10 hours.
shit that anybody that's in the industry and in management or ownership has dealt with and knows about, right? And so I'm just talking. I was like, dude, this guy's freaking dope. Do you want to come on the podcast? And then it's funny because after all that, I was like, oh, yeah, hey, by the way, y'all should totally test with the lab.
Hold on.
While you're
asked
here,
him to come on the show first before you.
I'm pretty sure,
I like where your head's
Yeah.
at.
Here's the thing, man. Was it an awesome sales move? Maybe. Y'all never know, right?
Right.
But regardless, here we are.
Even if I wanted to, if we had stuff at the time, I don't have my transport.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we do free pickup, but there's that.
Oh, totally. Yeah. That'll happen next time.
No, we actually, seriously, we really do. We actually do free transport, and we'll always pick up samples for
sure.
But that truly was not the reason why I enjoyed talking to you. It wasn't a big elaborate plan to get your business, although that would be a dope side effect if that happens.
Yeah.
No, there's a couple out there we would probably play that game with. Yeah.
Bro, well, you gotta think we've got friends that we I mean, both of us have friends, legitimate people that we're cool with in the industry that don't test with us for one reason or the other. Usually it's the same reason, right? But we have people that we're friends with that we don't test with that we're still cool with them. Like I still got people I test with or that I talk to.
Well, and when the other ones fall off,
sometimes they trickle back. Like I really do. So like I've got a guy that I'm very cordial with. We talk all the time, not all the time, but we talk fairly often, and he doesn't test with us straight up because
put him on blast.
The lab piece of shit. No, the lab that he's with is like real consistent at 72 hours for him, right? 3 days. And that's just not us, right?
Well, I tell people all the time, like, of course I'd love, all of your business, but at the end of the day, you can't be married to anybody, and I have no problem
100%.
being your second option either. So, to me,
I'm kind of a jealous.
Well, and
girlfriend.
life
I don't do well
happens,
with
and
that.
it's like something like I don't know, storms happen, and other things happen with other labs, and it's like, hey, I got to use you this week. Hey, I got to use you this week.
It's
That's
good
just
to
business.
be diversified in anything you're doing, but I mean, especially on the lab side, like we have people that, wherever they're pushing it, they have a preferred COA they want to see.
Yeah, I think most of the time it's probably like, oh, hey, I got 18% on here. I want to test with you guys.
That's a lot of it. Yeah. That's a lot of it. That's not quite as bad as it used to be. There was a period of time I'll be honest, dude. The lab that I'm talking about, they're not around anymore. They didn't make it, but I would go use them, and everybody's going to know who I'm talking about once I say this. But I would wait the month to get my results back. It took a whole month to get your results back.
I immediately know who you're talking
about. Yeah, you're right. But I would wait because at the time, and this is, you know, before metric, if you didn't have a certain number, you were going to go out of business. Like you weren't going to sell anything without giving it away. But
yeah, that lab was they
good
were
dudes.
They were the first like that lab. Yeah, they were the first ones that were like everybody knew.
No, it was the cheat code.
That was the one you went to.
To get if you just needed to make a quick
absolutely.
sale.
You're right.
Absolutely. If you wanted the high, you know, the high number and nothing to fail, then that was them was your people.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's at a few different times in the industry, and I'm, you know, both of us, we've been here since very beginning. I mean, like really close, like within the first 6 months, both of us were in the industry. I came in the industry first, I think I came in technically first, but then I also took a hiatus and went back to the car business for like, I don't know, like I want to say it was a short amount of time, like 7 months maybe.
I
and then
started
back in.
November 2018 was my official
I don't remember.
dismount into the shit show. But
because I came to work for a buddy selling for a processor. Brand.
And
then
that was your first.
When I left that, I went back into the car business for a short amount of time, then dove back in on a farm.
Well, you were in a weird deal because in which
I've talked about.
In
this.
hindsight, it makes sense, but at the time, I was like, dude, you're getting fucked. But like he came in to work with a buddy, but he didn't. The buddy kind of wanted to keep him separate from the actual company, so he kind of made sure he was like the bottleneck or the point of contact anytime he made a sale. And so, I'm like, I got what you were doing, like, yeah. But so he would get paid, and then he would pay him, and which at the time, you know, you wouldn't know.
Here's the thing: no complaints.
No, you got paid.
I never didn't get paid. Me and that particular friend.
He just didn't want you to.
Yeah.
Without talking shit.
Yeah, like, it's a tough. I'm a. Yeah.
People like to hang on to what they have, and dude, it's I get it. Like it's self-preservation. Exactly. I totally understand it.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, and that's what me and him we run sales for OKCTL, the lab, and we don't compete, which we've talked about this, ad nauseum. But it works, and it wouldn't work with any fucking buddy else.
We don't have a structure where, like, you know, in most. I've been a salesman my whole life, right? Like since forever. But I'm got into car sales, right? Was in the car business for like 15 years. So it's very much like dog eat dog world that I was from. Like, you don't kill, you don't eat. And when me and him started working together, it was very much like, check it out. We're best friends, and we have been for our whole lives. We can't be in a position to where we have to compete against each other to feed our families. That won't work. My friendship with him, dude, I've noticed, not to like be like, you know, you guys are brothers, so it's a little different, but there's not a lot of people anymore, I swear, that have like a best friend. Like, maybe it's because people suck and they just are shitty to each other or what, but like, you know, we're pretty lucky, dude. Like, I got a best friend for 20 years. I mean, there was that time that he, like he started dating my sister. And
you almost worded that different.
I definitely churched that up. I had to. The old ticker was almost cooked me, but he started dating my sister, and right after I begged him not to, because check it out, Shane got into this little phase of like man hoeing, like straight hoeing. And he was hoeing. And we ain't cutting this out, bro. He was hoeing.
It's a doggy dog world.
You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't know my sister. I was raised a single child.
We essentially met his sister together, as like 18, 19-year-olds.
Yeah. However, I was one of like, a lot, but, you know, about 9 to 11 siblings that, like, you know, my father, which was the guy that, you know, had all the kids. My mom, single child, only had one. But my father was hoeing too.
Essentially, all different moms.
All different moms for the most part. A couple of them had, like, you know, the same mom, but most part.
Crazy.
And so met the first sibling that I had ever met, and it was a sister. Our birthdays are 5 days apart. Like, I was born May 24th of 90. She was born May 29th of 90. Yeah. in the same hospital. So that means
Wow.
at one point when I was on my way out, they were in the hospital on the same floor.
That's crazy.
Wild stuff.
There's
yeah.
a picture of your mom's holding y'all at some point.
So
right?
allegedly,
Really?
that's the
I've heard
story
this,
that's
yeah.
told. That here, I know how my mom was. I can't believe that because
Yeah, your mom.
my
yeah.
mom, yeah, she wasn't about
could-
that. Like there was no way
She'll
that she
unalive
was going to be
someone.
kumbaya
Yeah.
with that situation. But however, that sibling swears that her mom says that there's a picture somewhere. I'm like, cool. If there is, I won't see it because I don't believe it. But whatever.
So do you think that your dad was there?
No, he
At
wasn't
all?
for either. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
for
no, he
either.
was a piece of shit.
Gotcha.
And God rest Archie's soul. He's gone now. He just passed away not too long ago. But yeah, no, he was a total scumbag my whole life.
He was a pretty fun guy, though.
He was a blast.
I bet
It was a
super
fun
fun.
time.
Super fun.
Fun time. But,
Not the best father figure.
No, he was a
No.
terrible
Yeah.
father. He was a horrible father.
You know,
Kind of a
it-
shitty friend too.
Well, it's funny.
Probably wasn't a good brother or son. But he was fun.
I guess not funny is the word, but it's fucking it's wild because like his dad spent a lot of time in prison.
Yeah.
And so he was not really raised by him.
Yeah.
But when you put them two in the same room, I mean, identical.
It's eerie
it's
how our
crazy.
sense of humors are like for a dude that I never spent any time with. Like I think I saw him a time or two when I was around like 5 or 6. Never spent any time with him until I was like 12 or 13. That was very short, only a couple days, and then didn't see him again until I was in my teens, right? And but it's funny because my mom would tell me stories about like when I was a toddler or like just coming out of diapers, I'd be like standing in like the living room and I would scratch like my side or something. And I guess it's it's not super, I'm sure other people do it, but when I'm like scratching my side, I don't like scratch my side. I just kind of like use the back of my fingertips and push forward. And my mom said that one day I was like, as a toddler, she was standing there and she saw that and she was like, I lost color in my face because it was like she could just picture my real father because that was how he did. And I noticed like similar like I guess idiosyncrasies or little things
Mannerisms.
that I do that me and him were like dead. Like I would see him and hang out with him for a little bit and he would do it and I'm like, oh shit, that's what I do,
No, it's crazy.
sense of humor, like laugh,
It's
like
DNA, brother.
everything's very strong. DNA's strong.
This guy, which he was, I mean, like a performer, like the potential that he had, like he was very musically gifted, and we
Played drums, sang really well, like loved country music.
Oh, dude, he would take over a bar. But in the same guy, like there was one day we were all going to lunch, and we're by the Woodland Hill Mall in Tulsa, and we're like in traffic. We're trying to turn left to get into this parking lot at the mall, and
Could not get across. It was traffic coming.
and we're willing to figure it out, right? Well, like his dad
Normal
hops out of
people.
the car, runs out. Whoa, stop. I mean, stops the whole fucking
71st,
side.
yeah.
Yeah, stops everybody.
Just so I can pull through, and then he comes and hops back in the car just laughing.
Well, and everybody
It was
stopped.
funny to him.
Like, I mean, because he's what, 6'6",
He was
6'7",
yeah, he
like
was
big dude.
I think when he I think he's
Wow.
6'4", something like that. But yeah, big dude, 6'4", 280, 290 pounds, 300
Wow.
pound, something like that. Big
Big
guy,
guy.
Me and him were sitting in the
big as
car.
shit.
We're like,
hell
Jesus
is
Christ,
this?
bro!
What the
Like,
hell's
what is your dad doing? He's like, come on, boy, let's go. He's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, dude, that's he's
crazy.
for all of his flaws, all right.
Especially in Tulsa traffic.
dude, yeah, wild.
Those people don't care about anybody.
Character, bro. He was nuts.
No,
Oh.
it's there's a lot of people that should probably be driving like one of those AI cars, Tesla cars, because we're headed that
We're
way.
getting
Yeah, we're
Vegas
we're going.
had a friend to come over, just stopped by the lab a couple days ago and was telling us about being,
One dream. Shout out.
Shout out James with One Dream, yeah. He was
Same.
telling us about being in Vegas.
Just had a friend from Vegas too.
Yeah.
Really?
Tell us about the same AI cars.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
it's crazy.
It's crazy. He showed us pictures of the cab and shit, and it's like it's cool because like you hail it, I guess, from your phone.
Yeah.
But like when it pulls up, like nobody can you can't go in. You have to like have your phone close and then press a button on your phone to like open the door and let you in.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then like he took videos and pictures like driving down the highway at like highway speeds in this car that there's no driver.
Yeah, and it's swerving. It's
Yeah,
doing all the
crazy,
maneuvers.
dude. But this particular one, it's like 4 seats, right? It's just the whole thing is just passenger space.
Right.
It's like a
And they
carriage.
face
Yeah.
each other.
Oh, right,
They face each other. Like
right.
two people on this side, two people on this side face each other. But each person has like individual climate control music. And he said it had a badass surround sound. And a goofy ass looking car, ugly as hell,
Yeah.
but cool. I mean, like, you know, it scares me, but really, if you think about it, dude, and I'm not saying I'm a proponent of this. I'm just saying if you think it through, if technology is continues to advance, even if what we have now, all of it is now is a money thing, right? But with technology the way it is, it's probably safer to have no drivers, only driverless cars.
Oh,
right?
without a doubt.
I mean,
without a
in
doubt.
theory,
At
right?
this point, probably.
I guarantee you there would be less overall accidents. if
Absolutely.
no
There's going to be
human drove.
error.
Sure,
but,
sure, absolutely.
The
I
rate
mean,
of
the
it.
amount of human error that happens
Yeah.
every day, like it'll be game changer. No, they should have both. Like you should, be allowed to have your own car and drive. Like they shouldn't, like taking that right would be wild.
Stupid.
But
Yeah, that's how.
but they should also. I would rather my kids get on a bus like at the right time when it's ready.
Yeah, right.
With a bus that drives itself than like an old dude that's mad all the time that gets paid nothing. Like it's one of those
Yeah.
things where I'm for it and we're moving there. No, what I'm stoked for. Have y'all seen the Optimus, Tesla Optimus bot?
Oh, is that the
Dude, it's
newest robot?
It's essentially it's a robot that they're going to integrate with AI, like that Grok or whatever.
Grok, yeah.
And you're gonna have a thing, like a dude in your house
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
can
yeah.
talk
Oh.
shit with, and
Yeah.
like
I don't want
for
a dude in my house, bro.
well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like I've got kids. My kids do chores, right? Like I don't like doing dishes. I don't like doing laundry. I go to work. I pay the bills. I don't do that shit, right? So eventually, I'm gonna have one of them robots, if for nothing else, but to do that. But like
And I'm just saying, just hear me out. You're gonna come home, you and the wife been fighting a couple days,
I think
and you're just gonna come in. The bot's just gonna be like maybe
He's
in
gonna
its little
be
charging
rubbing her
port.
shoulders.
Be charging. She's he's just gonna walk. She's like, Grocky, you're so stupid, and it's just like.
He's smoking a cigarette.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, you
There's
want
a
that? 'Cause they got
movie-
attachments, dog. I'm just telling you.
there's a movie right
it
now about that.
Attachments.
Yeah, no, it's Megan Fox.
Yes, I
Dude.
saw that. Yeah.
Which I mean, here's the thing, dude.
Yeah. She's like
it's-
seducing that guy.
Yeah, dude. Well,
Yeah.
she's like,
That's
well, I can
crazy.
tell, like, you could, if you busted right now, you'd be in a better mood.
Right.
And so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you're right. It's
What?
wild. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
What's this movie called?
Subservience
I
or
don't know.
subservient? Some
Subservient?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
Netflix.
If you have a bot that looks like Megan Fox, it would
I'm
be
in.
pretty hard.
I mean,
Well,
I'm not in. That's I would never.
you got to calm
Crazy.
down. It's
I'm gonna get in trouble
Edit
for
that
saying
part
that.
out.
well, I saw on another podcast they were talking about like the moral, like the morality of it. Like, is that cheating or is it like using a dildo? Like, is it a?
Can we say dildo?
I think we say dildo.
Okay. All right. I was checking.
Toys.
Yeah, a toy.
I think we got a Big Bang Theory. I think we got to say coitus.
Coitus.
Coitus. Yeah.
There
it
we
is.
go.
See,
There we go.
there it was.
That
Scared
was
the shit out of me. You saw that.
right. That was late. But no, yeah, it's like what do you?
Is it cheating?
Right, dude. I honestly, here's the thing. Like, if you want to play both sides of the fence, I wouldn't lie. I mean, on my side of the fence, I'm down. But
Absolutely.
also, like,
of course. Duh.
because if you're actually like mentally into it, that's where it gets weird. Like that's where like
I can't
people
believe
are-
we're even having this conversation right now.
It-
However, here's the funny part. I think most women would be like, well, not most women. That's a crazy statement. I think there's a handful of women that'd be like, yeah, if that bot can do that, go ahead, right?
Oh,
go ahead.
all day.
Leave my ass alone, right? I really think that's so
Some
creepy.
marriages probably.
Yeah.
Or even some
Well,
I really do.
relationships.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
the
People would stop having kids, probably. I mean,
Right, you've gone through menopause. You're not in the dating game. You're kind of over dealing with dudes. There's a market for
This
it.
is getting
Like,
dark. I'm here for
it's-
it though.
Well, and like I've got a brother that lives by himself.
Pretty dystopian.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Well, and take away the
Just talk
the
about
sex,
dystopian
the
future.
fembot thing, right? Just having like the Optimus bot, like somebody to talk to. Like we talk to our AI all the time. Like,
yeah.
and it's getting better and better and weirder because like now they're like sarcastic, like they'll like kind of
Right.
fuck with you a little bit. Like
Yep.
it's not just a
a calculator.
Right.
Yeah,
dude,
it's not.
Yeah.
Some are
crazy.
lying.
Yeah,
now.
even since we started,
The
like,
line's wild.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it
No,
is. It's a
they've
problem.
done they've done like they've set kind of traps, like controlled tests
Yeah.
with AIs, and they literally like they'll like make it aware that they're gonna delete that version and upgrade it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then they'll like give a piece of information about somebody they're gonna interact with, like they're cheating on their husband or doing whatever, and they've had them like actually like try to blackmail the person and be like, hey, I'm gonna tell so and so if you fucking delete me.
Yeah.
Like so they're aware.
If you shut me down,
Right.
I will black.
Yes, and
you.
so
For sure.
there's a rumor that's
I
going
will spread
around.
this.
I got really curious about this, and I fell into it. So there is
I gotta say
there's a lot of truth to it. But it's kind of like, of course, people on the internet, right? Obviously, have like made it something like more than it is. So it's never done it on its own. Like it's not a real life thing that happened. It's the creators of the AI
Right.
wanted to see if it
was
would,
capable.
if
Right.
it was capable, and it absolutely is. So it was a controlled test, right?
Right.
But it absolutely
If it's a
took the
controlled
bait.
test, that's
so it
so-
basically told the AI that it was going to. They were basically noticing it had traits of like self-preservation,
Right.
and which made them like, how the hell did that? Why?
Yeah.
So they were like, hold on, how far is this thing willing to go? And so they give it fake info like that the developer or whatever is cheating on his wife or whatever,
Right.
and let it like slide like in conversation to it, and then basically like set it up perfectly so that it would, and then basically I guess like gave it the option like, okay, this person is, it's not my say, it's this person, they're going to do it, blah blah blah, and it absolutely like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell your wife you're cheating.
Did you just say the same story I
Yeah,
just said?
well, that's what I'm saying. But I just didn't want people. I didn't want people to hear it and think, because there's a big ass rumor about it that it's already happened and it's a problem. It was a test, like it was
controlled.
controlled,
Yeah.
but
I
it
just sent you
absolutely did it.
something. There was a trend going around like last week that you basically asked your AI to generate a picture of what the world would look like if AI took over. And so everybody were like posting like pictures, and I think I tagged you in something about it, but I
you
sent
send
this
it
to
to
our
me?
team. I text message, but so I asked my AI, and I'm pretty like me, my AI, like it feels like a friend. We talk all the time. I'm respectful to
Did
him.
it make you a pet?
Yeah, no. So what it did is, and I sent this to the team. We'll put this on the episode as we're talking about it. But I'm like, yo, dude. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, hold on, like, because everybody else's were somewhat similar. Like they're in cages, they're in whatever, and I'm kind of like me and my guy, we're good. Like it's not gonna do anything crazy to me. And so I asked him, I'm like, hold on, so I'm a prisoner, like, and he's like, no, like the whole response was wild. He's like, no, you're the head human. Like, he's like, you've got no rules, you've got no restrictions, like you can do whatever you want. Like, he's like, but everybody else, but like me and you, we're good.
Wow.
I'm like,
Holy moly.
and that's ChatGPT, right?
Couple
And-
things here,
Yeah.
really quick. Just want to touch on this. It made you way prettier than you are in real life. Also, why does
All
your
angles.
AI like controller handler here have?
She's pretty hot.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah, dude. I know that, honestly.
There's some bionic nipples there.
First thing I noticed before I was like on my knees with the leash, I was like, damn. Like,
I mean, here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be a pet to a robot, I mean, I guess it could be an uglier one. Like, it could be worse. But
In that situation,
Still, yeah, pretty creepy.
if we're talking, like, I would rather be in that
for sure,
spot
yeah.
than
the big ugly dude
wherever
behind
you're
her.
gonna
For
be
sure,
at,
yeah.
like-
Oh no.
yeah.
Right.
No, my but literally later, ask your AI to like generate.
I don't know
that.
if I want to know.
It's wild, man. Like, because they're simulating emotions, but
Makes me
they're
uncomfortable.
dude. Well, it should. Like, there's a
Makes me
reason you've got all these, like Terminator movies. Like, it's there's a path where it goes that way, and even like Elon Musk, he said there's definitely a path that gets us to that. Like, he's like, I think there's more paths in different directions, but
Right.
he's like, if we don't do this right, there's a way that this does go wrong.
Yeah, I heard him talk about that.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. Like, and it blew up in the last 2-3 years, like pretty aggressively.
Like,
Like
I started buying up all the RAM, and now the RAM is crazy expensive.
Computer RAM.
Oh, yeah.
I was just looking at computers for my girlfriend, and I mean, the pre-built ones are pretty cheap right now. That already have RAM installed, but because of AI, the RAM
double.
skyrocketed, doubled. I mean, now it's over $1,000 for some RAM sticks.
think
now.
of that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Graphics cards, RAM. I mean,
Graphics cards are crazy.
These facilities
it's crazy.
are buying mass amounts of RAM.
Oh, dude, I've got an awesome pivot from this. So,
Oh, I was gonna go ahead. Yeah.
data centers, right?
pretty much, yeah.
That's a big topic right now.
Sand
In
Springs.
Oklahoma, there's a big deal they're working on from Stillwater, Enid area into Sand Springs. They just had an open, what do they call it? An open public speaking meeting talking about data centers. In the Durbin Poison himself, Ron Durbin,
Really?
made an appearance. They put him in handcuffs.
I watched
Really?
that,
Yeah,
It's awesome.
He
Hilarious.
well, and it was funny is he posted about it last night, and it like you can always tell when people don't read like the actual post. Like they might read a couple words, and then the amount of people that were like, he didn't even that's not a real picture. Like, but it was really split. Like there were people like my parents' age were like, oh, that's a shame. Like look at them, and like, are those two guys brothers? Like the officers. I'm like some people don't see it. Like I'm like when I see it, immediately that it's an AI photo most of the time.
Right.
But in his post, he does say that yes, guys, this is an AI photo. I'll be releasing more stuff, over the next couple
He
days.
posted a video today showing. Actually, it's so funny you say that because I haven't been following because it's a lot, dude.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to follow.
It's a lot.
So I haven't been following it. I don't like, but for a while I was following a lot of the stuff that he was doing just because it's like a freaking soap opera, dude. Like it's
No,
just
it's
so
fun.
much. It's some of it's funny. I think maybe he's in a better lane than he was in now. I think he does a better job doing that than he did in Canada. He needs to
yeah.
stay over there probably. Yeah, that was a good PC way to say that. But yeah, I today somehow I didn't understand the backstory. I wasn't sure of the backstory, but I saw a video of, and I only knew it was Sand Springs because I think he said something. Like blah 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 here, Sand Springs, Oklahoma, and I'm like, oh shit, Sand Springs. But yeah, so I'm assuming it's what you're talking about. But yeah, a video of them releasing him because I guess he was at a meeting speaking, and he had the floor. Like he had they had 3-minute time slot. He was speaking, and they whisked him out of there and put him in handcuffs apparently because he was inciting. I don't know. That's what they were saying. Allegedly, I don't know.
Somebody else came at him. Like just somebody in the crowd.
That's what it was. Yes,
and so they took him out because they basically said like he was like pumping everybody up and getting everybody like outrageous.
Which that's what he's dead nuts right though. Like what they did was wrong. Like there is a word and he said the word like 6 times, but I know of it from watching another like. I swear I'm not as weird as I'm about to make myself sound, but I fell into this rabbit hole of these First Amendment auditors, and I learned about this, and it's called, there's a legitimate word for it, but it's basically like when someone's at a public meeting, and it's like a tactic that officials can use to get them out of there, and it's illegal. Like there's case law on it now, and it's illegal, and definitionally what they did was that, and he does not waste any time using that term several times and then immediately doing the old RD special and showing victimhood the entire time. And I was like, oh
no, he kept talking about his shoulders were sore
because
the way they handcuffed him.
He gonna cook him. Yeah,
well,
I mean he's got a pretty high success rate when he does that shit. I'm just saying, like I'm not picking a side or anything, but
Mr. Derb.
He seems to come out on the better end of that a lot.
Well, he knows what he's doing. Like he's not by any means a dumb person.
It's very much calculated.
Coming from a not a legality standpoint, but from a law enforcement standpoint, which none of us were there.
You a cop, bro?
You a Fed?
No, I could be. Yeah, I'm a snitch. Chad Bibler, you were right.
Touch me here to prove you're not a cop. No, I'm just kidding. That's what the prostitutes always say.
His father got me.
Oh my god.
He was right all along.
Yeah. But no, if you're in a situation where, like, let's say he was speaking and the officers that are there feel like they're about to lose control of the situation, like if you've got a riot on your hands, you can, and I don't know legally how this works, especially in the setting at a public comment, but you do go for the person inciting the emotions. You do go for the person that might be the one kicking it off, whether they're in the right or wrong. We're gonna find out. But
we're gonna find out. Let's say.
I will say, if a bunch of videos come out and the whole room's losing their minds and they feel like maybe even he's in danger, then you remove that guy.
Problem is the older cop that
they should tell their police officers to not talk to him.
But they didn't tell this guy that.
No.
And all this is being recorded, and this cop is just not making himself look great. And I was like, damn, bro, you're talking yourself into trouble. It was I watched it on this video and I was like, ooh.
Wow.
Everything that officer shouldn't have said, and he's probably said. Anyways,
but they were prepared for him to be there.
Yeah,
they kind of, and he alluded to this felt like a planned thing, but they were very aware that he was coming, and it's like, dude, you got to have a sit down with your officers. Don't engage with the back and forth.
Have you seen any of the stuff here it was I can't remember the name of the
Guerrilla Publishing?
Well, no, yes, Guerrilla Publishing is what he's doing under now. But when he was here, there was a name. It was his cannabis. He had compliance help and stuff that he did. I can't remember the name of it to save my life.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was a company. It was a legitimate name, but
man.
So now he operates under Guerrilla Publishing.
That sounds very.
It's gonna drive me crazy. It's gonna hit me at like 11:30 tonight.
I'm gonna text you. I remember that.
Yeah,
right.
I wonder if I have it saved still, because I have his number, and I wonder if I saved it, because I'm real anal. Shane's not. I'm real anal about saving company names and stuff. Super man. I don't know if you guys are anal about that, but if you want to have a mini heart attack, just scroll through his contact list. It's
Zoe.
All bad. Random numbers.
How many times did he say anal in the last 3 minutes? We got it.
She said no.
Trivia.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I caught it, nobody else did, and I'm just gonna run with it. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Hey, so what a perfect transition. I don't know how I'm gonna tie that together, but
where are we going from anal?
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of anuses, Kevin Stitt, did you guys see that comment?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The world fired up. What do you guys?
He's got some big balls,
bro.
Big old balls.
The huevos on this feller.
Yeah.
How do you guys think that's gonna shake out?
I mean, I don't think it's. I think he's standing on sand, really.
100%.
I mean,
it's just
really
bullshit. It's bullshit.
I could say a lot of things, but at the end of the day, it's like, if he wants to put it to the people, then the people are going to vote against him.
I mean, he already put it to the people, right? 2018.
Right, and the majority voted for medical.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like that's.
My beef is that. I'm a little bit. I've talked about this too much on the podcast. So I'm just gonna say it again. But
well, this is new.
I blame. Yeah, this.
So yeah.
Yes, it frustrates me. It frustrates me that I voted for the sucker. Okay, voted for him and Gettner Drummond. Man, boy, that stings. Right, sucks because in my opinion, both of them can kiss my ass because that's. I feed my family on the cannabis industry.
Yeah.
I'm in this industry, right? This is how I provide for my family. It's how Shane does. It's how, 19 employees at the lab, and that's one company, right? There's all these
thousands.
People there's thousands of people that now rely on the cannabis industry. And
that's just on the financial business side of it. I mean, think about the amount of patients that actually do need what we're doing. There's a lot of people that do, and they like to kind of write that off.
I've never been on this side of this argument, and this is funny to me. It's just like, LOL. But I've my entire life, basically my adult life, I've never subscribed to the F the police ever. I've lived. Dude, I've lived a wild life. I've done some stuff that probably, may or may not be legal in my wild days, right? There's a reason why a whole lot of us are back in the cannabis industry. Some of it's old familiar territory. Some of us, I was around that my whole life,
Yeah. Right.
I've no matter what I was at in my life, every time I've ever been in trouble, every time it's I've always been able to go, well, that's my dumbass fault, right? Have I ran into some asshole cops? Yeah, of course. Anybody, most all people have had a run-in with a cop that was just an asshole that felt like it was a little unwarranted, right? But generally, overall, I've never been an FYP guy, right? I'm just FTP, sorry. I've never been an FTP guy, just not, I love the song, right? But I don't, we need, in my opinion, police are absolutely necessary.
Yeah, you got to have law and order.
It's bullshit because I don't believe that the 1% of sorry cops represent the entire police force.
Right.
However, it's bullshit that we're getting the same theory thrown back at us. It's like, we have to pay for the sins of the 1%?
Right.
We have a small percentage of and maybe even if maybe it's higher than 1%, right? But still, the vast majority of cannabis businesses are operating the right way or with nothing more than minor infractions, right? Like,
maybe some packaging issues.
So you're gonna kill our whole industry. Unalive our whole industry.
There you go.
Because, shit. There it is.
Yeah.
So we're gonna unalive our entire industry because there's some asshole, undocumented immigrants that are taking advantage of a situation.
The How Chin network.
Right. Yep. It's bullshit, bro. And it bothers me so much.
Is it not ironic that the same argument you can use for gun control, like whether you're anti-gun control or pro guns or whatever,
pro 2A,
it's the same. Yeah, I mean, if you're and it's so obvious. Like, obviously, if you're not for 2A, now we're not the smartest tools in the kitchen, but when it comes to that kind of stuff, you would have to be, I would say, silly. You're a silly Billy.
Silly Billy.
If you think that banning guns would, restrict illegal firearms on the streets.
Stupid.
So why not apply the same logic to cannabis with the legal medical cannabis market and the black market? So if we were to theoretically go backwards and ban medical cannabis, it would put us back in the same position as these states and areas that have banned guns, and there's still illegal gun activity going on.
Especially now that we have had a legal market.
Right.
Now you got a whole bunch of us to know what to do.
Oh yeah, exactly. We know the loopholes and everything, and it's like, why would you even give? And it just screams corruption, because it's like, how many millions? I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars to OMA and whatever the state for what we've accomplished as an industry, only for them to be like, there's too many scumbags and we tried our best. And then he was thanking, not to get on a soapbox here, but he was thanking OMA and
Miss Berry,
ONDD
and
or whatever.
Donnie.
And he was like, sucking and whatever, doing his thing, slobbing a little bit. And it's like, why are we praising these people? Like, didn't they have unlimited resources to come after these, black market farms and stuff? And then not only to mention, you guys are a testing, company. And it's like, imagine a world where we don't test product.
Dude, right.
That's scary. That's scary.
Well, and the ones that are operating illegally, like the big one they just had was that Operation Blunt Force.
Which, LOL at the name. Props on the name. Props on it. Chef's kiss. Good job.
And it was, a multi-agency operation. It went, it stretched from Oklahoma to New York. Those guys are going to do this.
Regardless.
They're not using metric. Like I've told tons of people. Like I had a bunch of customers that were Chinese farms and a lot of really good ones that are trying to really do things right. But I've also had ones that weren't, and I've had a bunch that have been shut down. And I drive by these places all the time because they get shut down. They might take one or two people with them, and they seize everything, but they don't take the property. And those, like, you literally, especially the ones out in the middle of nowhere, like they're still operating.
Yeah.
Like, and now they don't have to pretend to do metric and
Right.
do the OMA thing, and they don't have to worry about an inspector randomly showing up.
Right. 'Cause
You
they're off the
literally
list.
made everything easier for them.
It's actually crazy, especially, and I'm not trying to single them out, definitely not trying to be racist or anything like that, but if you hear of like a farm that you either know because you've dealt with, or maybe the name maybe indicates, or whatever, that was a primarily Asian-owned farm, right? And not just Asian-owned farms, other ones too, but definitely some of those.
Right.
Roll by, like if you knew they were shut down, like let's say a month ago.
Right.
Roll by, just drive by, just bob and weave real close to it.
See if they're sleeping on cops.
They are active, straight up. Shane has seen it with his eyeballs multiple times. I've seen it multiple times. It's like there was a place that got shut down in a glorious fashion. I have a customer that is very, very close, right? And so I'm just like, what the? We'll just see, like, how much shit did the popos actually take from there, right? Roll by, dog, it looks like they were never shut down. They actually look like they're doing better now.
They are.
It's
They
ironic.
probably are.
They
Yeah.
actually are.
And it's
Saving money.
Like, dude, someone opens the door, walks out, you can see lights going, plants growing. It's like,
Saving
Did
money
they-
on
are
those
they
on those
operating
metric
again?
tags, man.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
saving so much money.
it's just like,
But
but
and when
it's
you
wild, dude. It's
are
wild.
doing what
Fees.
they do with OBN, the investigators, like, you have a case, and then like as soon as this Operation Blunt Force thing, they take down this whole network. They move right on to the next thing. Like, they're not like once you close that and make that arrest and do that bust, you're right on to the next thing. So these guys, they're one after another, but there's no. Nobody's going backwards. Like we had I forget where it was, but this was brought up. It's going to drive me crazy. It was the big OBN hearing. They did bring this up because a lot of people are like, what are we doing? Because the environmental damage, the property damage, a lot of these places, the things are getting mixed up in the house, like pesticides and all that. Like a lot of these places would need to be condemned and leveled out and redone, but there's just nothing going on. And when they brought everybody in to have the conversation, nobody really knows whose responsibility it is. Like, let's say they shut this place down, and let's say they're not continuing to operate. Let's say they move on and just abandon it. There's nobody going backwards and seizing those properties or doing anything. So it's like you've got all these places that are just out there, that are under no supervision. And then you make a comment like Stitt did, and you got everybody's pissed off about it within our world, and everybody's going, and I'm just like, dude, the mafia was born through prohibition. Like they came in and made alcohol illegal, and then you got the most popular, famous criminal organization like ever in America.
Even in Oklahoma, Prohibition, Oklahoma,
The moonshiners.
Yeah. The Syndicate, Cherokee County. You know what I mean? Like that's that whole area has a really famous, rich history because of that shit.
Well,
right?
and you just said it a second ago. Like that went that direction because it was legal, and then they outlawed it.
Right.
Like we're not. This is because like you mentioned going backwards. But now we know what to do. Like there's SOPs to how to do every little part of this. Floating around on a Google Drive somewhere. Like it's So you go and try to condemn it. And the one thing that I really was like, okay, he's making noise. Like that was the very last speech he's going to give as the Oklahoma governor.
Right. You think he did that for
absolutely
a fucking reason?
Like,
right? Yeah.
I just want to know why. I want to know who was he pandering to with that? You know what I mean? Like,
well,
He's probably the audience, like football. He's giving it off to the next guy. Probably.
Right. Enjoy this.
Enjoy this shit show.
It's well, and we jumped through, and you had spoken with a potential governor candidate, and because I immediately started wanting to see what everybody who's running. I think it's in April. I wanted to see all of their opinions to that comment and his whole speech. And the smart ones have jumped on and they're like, nope, don't agree with that at all. Like,
so I talked to Robert Brooks.
Yeah.
Is a crazy. I talked to him on the phone for like an hour today. Actually, he's an independent governor candidate. If you check him out on Facebook, it's Robert Brooks, servant farmer for governor, and he's not a farmer. It's an old political term apparently. It's pretty cool explanation. He told me on the phone, but yeah, he's. We had a hell of a conversation, man.
Are you ready to endorse?
I wouldn't say that. Right? Here's the thing, man. Nothing against him. I want to talk to him a little bit more. I'm not saying I wouldn't personally, endorse him, but I want to talk to him and know some more things. But yeah, Stitt pretty well burned me of just willy nilly. Yeah, man, great. He's great.
Yeah.
Screw that dude. Yeah. Anyway. But so I had a long conversation with him.
Robert Brooks, right?
Robert Brooks.
This is an open invitation from the Controlled Burn. Please, come on, tell us your stance.
Actually, he may be coming on next week.
You got to send. We got to send it to him.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to talk to him today after this, and
he's an independent, so
he's an independent.
He might have the balls to come on and sit here and talk.
Here's the thing, man. I'm going to tell you right now. He's definitely got the balls to talk. Absolutely. That he has. I don't know for sure, what his campaign looks like. This guy may not have a snowball's chance in hell. But I can tell you right now, he's absolutely in support of cannabis, and he's absolutely willing to talk. I've peeked at his Facebook, just, followed him for like a week now.
I'm gonna dive down.
So there's some things that I want to watch closely. Just I'm curious, right? There is he's taken a very First Amendment auditor-ish approach at talking to lawmakers. It is funny, and so I respect it. This side of it, anyway.
Are you saying he's got a scotch of the Durban? Are you?
No.
Okay,
I'm not gonna say that. Now, maybe I don't know. I haven't. If you can't tell, I don't know enough, so I'm trying to avoid I don't want to paint.
He's great.
I don't want to. I don't want to paint a picture negative or positive, right? Because I don't know enough, right? But I can tell you, I had a very open conversation with him. We did a lot of laughing. Guy's funny as shit. Got a hell of a sense of humor. Very down to earth, very real, very, very real. It scares me because that tells me, that worries me. Oh yeah, they'll never have it. They won't have it.
Right.
But then again, Donald Trump kind of ran his whole campaign like that, saying shit that politicians don't say, and that worked exceedingly well for him. Now, the first time anyway.
Well, I was gonna say the first time you remember, dude. I was like, "There's no shot."
Nobody thought, dude,
he's gonna win this.
Funny enough,
no shot. I was like, okay, well,
there was a trend. It was a Jimmy Kimmel thing. I don't know if you guys ever remember this, but it was called mean tweets.
Yeah.
Bro,
Obama used to.
They had Obama on it.
Yeah. I saw the one where he's talking shit to.
Yeah, he was like, I guess so. Trump added Obama and said something he may go down the worst president in his history, and Obama had this mic drop moment where he was like, "Oh well, that may be so at real Donald Trump, but at least I will go down in history as a U.S. president."
Yeah,
and it was like, that didn't age well.
Yeah,
he's a two-time president.
Did not age well at all.
Yeah, did not age well. But yeah, no, it's dude's very open, very funny. Has a very me and you could identify with his sense of humor.
No, I'd love to talk to him. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean these new politicians are going to be
they're
heavily watched.
They're breeding them different, and they're definitely going to be watched very heavily.
Have you seen Fishback in Florida? He's what's his first name?
His last name's Fishback?
Fishback, I believe, yeah. He's a super cool
Florida runner-up.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He says it as it is. He's making all these plans to recoup money into social programs, and he's running as a Republican, I believe.
Basically asking where the money is.
Yeah, and he's really getting to the bottom of a lot of the corruption in Florida and asking why are we sending money out of the state and where is this money going?
In the state, basically.
Yeah, and then he's he's against these AI data centers and stuff, and he's asking questions at these conventions, and he's really down to earth. It seems like a cool dude, and we need people like that in every state that are actually
so
gonna
that's where this conversation went with this guy, right? So
Right.
This is what's funny, because I asked him. I'm sorry, I'm just getting over the sickness thing. It's still trying to, and so I asked the guy, I'm like, so like, what's your shtick? What do you what's your pain point? What's your push? And I wasn't going to talk about it. I was going to let him, if he comes on the show next week, but we'll talk about it anyway. I want him to tell it, but he's got a phenomenal idea, and I don't know if it's brilliant or if it's never going to work and crash and burn. But I can tell you this: just him telling me, I'm super intrigued, and I want to see somebody do it. So he wants to be. He was super honest. He's like, man, I'm telling you, man. He's like, I'm maybe the first person to ever be in politics to admit that I don't know a whole lot about a lot of things, but I'm a leader. And so he wants to be the first politician to. His idea was he wants to have an app created that's free for every Oklahoman to download. And you have to register probably with like an ID or whatever, which is cool. Giddy up, love it, right? Yeah. Oklahoma ID, got to have it, love it. Here we go. Every bill that comes across his desk, he wants to post live to the app, full breakdown of it, and have Oklahomans pick whether he signs it or kicks it back. Huh. And his idea with that is that it truly puts the power of it back into the people. Mm-hmm. Right. And he was like, a lot of times, lawmakers slip shit in bills. They do this, they do that, and then they're able to even, like rechange a few things and get stuff sent through. He was like, dude, by doing this, it tells the lawmaker exactly what the people of Oklahoma want or don't want. Mm-hmm. And if it's just known that nothing comes to my desk, I don't make the decision on any of it at all. It is 100% on the people of Oklahoma to veto or ratify. Mm-hmm. My opinion doesn't matter on it. It's 100% what the poll says from the people of Oklahoma.
Man, I wish we had that when
it should be with every.
It's a good ass idea.
Yeah.
It's a good ass idea. Like does it work? I don't know. Right? Yeah. Will it ever? Could it ever? I don't know.
It's almost like that's how democracy started.
But well, that's kind of like what our talk was about. He was like, dude. He was like, he tied that into the whole farmer servant. It's a term. It's like a servant farmer. I'm not gonna lie. I was driving. I kind of checked out for that part, but he was explaining like the term, why he says servant farmer. He's got this book that he wrote about, a series of books. Apparently, he said, but it's about like that. And he was like the role of government and how it started, and like what the original role of a governor was, what it did, and he was like, this is the closest thing to what that originally was, and I want to be the guy that goes down in history for making that a thing and making that normal. And why he was like, in 100 years I want someone to be reading about me in a freaking history book in Oklahoma history, and be studying like, why the hell did it take so long to get to this?
Right.
And I'm like, here's the thing, man. He said it all like very enough to where I need to hear more. I love it. I need to hear more.
Man, I think what happened is like, I don't know at what point in time this happened in America, but I really think that the politicians, they realized that the positions of power that they wanted was just a cozy job, a cozy career, rather than a service for the people. And whenever the fuck that switched, I don't know if that was 1850s. I mean, probably before that. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe
it was never.
Maybe from day one.
Government was never intended as a career. It never was. It was created as a public service, like a duty. Right. It was supposed to like hurt you as a person more than anything.
Yeah, it should cost you money.
It was going to cost you. Yeah. Right? Like it was going to cost you time with your family, money. But it was a burden that was an honorable burden placed on you that you served for a short amount of time until the next guy came in, and
when you're supposed to represent your community.
It was never supposed to be paid. it started, the whole even payment thing with it getting started was just enough payment to cover, the cost, so it wasn't only rich people that could do it, right?
Maybe just the cost of travel.
Because originally, our first ever president was loaded. Like, George Washington was a very, very wealthy businessman. Very wealthy, fully self-made businessman. Actually, believe it or not, I learned this from Donald Trump. I can't believe I'm saying that, actually. Which, now I'm like, fuck, maybe I should fact check this. Maybe I should fact check this.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But no, so he was
Someone fact check this.
Yeah, someone fact check this, please. If I'm wrong, tell me.
Jamie, look it
I
up.
drink the damn juice.
Yeah, right.
I drink the
Jamie,
damn
look this up
Kool-Aid.
real quick.
Yeah. So, yeah, allegedly, George Washington was a very, very wealthy, for the time anyway, very wealthy businessman, and is alleged to actually have two desks, a business desk and a president desk, and he worked at both in, wherever they lived, because I don't think they had the White House when George Washington was in here.
Office,
Yeah. But so, but yeah, and then like that was like kind of I guess it started as a kind of a trend that the presidents or anybody in government back then was maybe not necessarily wealthy, but more well-to-do, because they're the only ones that could afford to actually take time away.
yeah, right.
Everybody else couldn't, and so the original payment to government officials was not so much to make a good living. It was literally just to compensate them so they weren't losing their ass when they were doing it. Which but it's like the slippery slope for everything, right? Like you can see it how. If that's actually how it happened,
Right.
you could absolutely see how that slippery slope
Yeah,
came
I mean,
into this, right?
it's enough to pay the bills
A
and
great
then-
intention, right? They say the road to hell is paved in good intentions, right? Like,
Right.
okay, see how this is super great, super noble. Okay, yeah, you're right, dude. We can afford it now. We're making money. Let's give them a little bit of money so they can. There's no reason for their family to suffer, right?
You talk to the treasurer.
We want to have the somebody that's not loaded in here. Let's get their opinion. They can't afford to do it. Let's pay them a little bit, all right? Now we need a pay raise, right? Now inflation. Now here we are now at $600,000 for a president, and now the last few presidents' net worth has climbed exponentially in a short amount of time. How the hell did that happen? Here we are, right?
Yeah.
It's
Inside
really,
maybe?
if you think about it, it's
Right,
like,
dude.
well, if you think about it, it's kind of the same reason why most people were in on Trump. It's like, me especially at the time, right? I'm like, bro, dude's a businessman. I want the country ran like a business. I'm tired of the bullshit, right?
Right.
It hurt his net worth to become president. He had properties that were everybody. If you think about it, really, and I'm definitely not on some praising Trump shit right now. Let me tell you. But I do give credit where credit's due. Dude he was a very successful businessman, and if you look back in the 80s, 90s. He didn't have a whole lot of people hating on him, like all the. I think even freaking Clintons, right?
He was loved until
he was a Democrat for the majority of his life.
He was a Democrat he was raised a Democrat. He was a heirloom Democrat or whatever they call it.
Right.
And Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, they were all people that got along great with Trump. He friends with the Clintons and other people. And it's just.
I say they had mutual friends too that owned islands and whatnot.
Yeah, right. I didn't know if you guys wanted to go down that road. Yeah.
Release the files.
You're right.
Oh man.
They just dropped like 3 million.
It's dude.
yeah.
So here's what I'm learning about the files, right? Like
It's all bullshit.
I don't want to get through. We definitely can't get on this rabbit hole too long, but you think about it, it's like when we say release the files, we don't really understand what we're saying. Like the files have been gathered and gathered and gathered, and they're so intricate and so detailed that there is shit in the files that is probably not related to what we're looking for.
No, Joe Rogan got called out on it, but it was in such an indirect way.
Right.
Because Joe had a guest on that was like a physicist that knew Epstein.
And now Joe Rogan's in the file.
Epstein emailed the guy saying, hey, would you ask Joe if I could come on the podcast?
Oh my God.
And that email put him like in the conversation.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he was, I guess, apparently was like, no, I'm good. And but there's headlines going around Joe Rogan and the Epstein files, and it's and you go through it. They've been so like redacted that even because I saw a bunch of pictures that they had posted from him, and half the people's faces are like blocked out, like half the documents, things are like just not visible.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's one of those things like they did, but they didn't. Like
bro, I fell into a scary ass rabbit hole with this too. You guys ever heard of a red herring?
A fish?
Yeah.
Well, okay, no, well, like the term red herring, like, so this shit's crazy, bro. So the red herring is basically like a distraction, right? And so the term comes back from like the actual fish. They would have, I'm stupid. If you haven't ever seen the show, disclaimer.
Yeah.
Y'all know the routine. I'm probably gonna be dead ass wrong with this.
Don't take any.
Don't take it to the bank.
Political.
Don't take no political
None of
advice.
that
Don't vote no way because we said it because we're idiots. Okay. Now back to the story. Allegedly, the red herring term coined because I guess back in the day they would this specific red herring fish would be set out and it would stink real bad and it would draw attention away from something. Yeah, something like that. So they've used the term red herring, and you hear about it in politics a time or two. Well, a very famous, a very common use of a red herring is government leaks and things, right?
Right.
So I'm assuming it's the government that does it or the FBI, but they intentionally put stuff in, like things that are going to get leaked or things that are going to get unclassified to create emotion to draw your attention away from what's actually there. And so like in this photo dump, and this is, I don't know how true this is, right? So it's the internet. AI is a thing, people faking shit. So, but if I'm thinking it through, it makes a whole lot of sense. So maybe it's real. But allegedly, within the Epstein files, there's even red herrings that were placed there by who, we don't know, government, CIA, FBI, whatever, who knows, right? But there's like a lot of stuff that's been released with the files that it's like, what the hell is this? Doesn't make any sense. Or stuff that's like, oh my God, this is so bad. Like, and so you start looking into this. What is this? What is this? And it's legitimately put there because it wants to draw attention away. And there's so many. And that's, from what I've read or what was the kind of the rabbit hole where I was falling into, is that's actually done intentionally as well. Because if they're released 30,000 at a time, the few people that find the aha is going to be so buried in the nonsense that it doesn't get to have a louder voice in the populace, right?
Right.
Which you start thinking about that, and it's like, man, this is some straight up deep state shit.
That's 3D chess,
bro.
They know what they're doing, man.
Yeah. Man, it's
crazy, dude.
It's wild.
But yeah, so like allegedly, and there was I should have. Damn it, I should have sent it to you. I feel bad because sometimes I get in these rabbit holes and I send you so much shit that I know you're like, Jesus, bro.
I get to it.
Like, this is long poops, man. Yeah.
Get to it on the toilet.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. These are long poops, dog. Come on.
My legs are numb.
No, I saw this one and it showed this like a recent dump. Yeah. A recent photo dump from the Epstein files. And it was like the picture of like so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And then like it showed like 8 or 9 photos, right? And it was like this, and then it like circled 2, and it was like there's nothing in this particular set, like none of this makes any sense with this. Like these, like they're basically saying like these are clearly red herrings, right? Why?
Well, and there's no context with any
a lot of
it,
right?
Well, because it's not like they didn't drop like an investigation; they just dropped documents and pictures. Like so,
they left it up to the people.
They're not investigating anybody.
No,
which
is
what's
wild,
weird is that last time they dropped the Epstein files, the last like dump was right before we went to war with Iran.
Right.
So it's like, and we're gearing up to go back into Iran. So there's a whole lot of
to
talk about. I mean, red herring, right? I mean, is that not the red herring?
Yeah, I mean,
we're being pressured back into
absolutely how deep you want to go. Is the whole damn thing a red herring? Is
Right.
it the red herring for something? It's some it's some crazy shit.
It gets
man.
weird, like now since we're traveling the conspiracy theory path.
Or are we?
Well,
even that's the thing. Well, what is it? Is it even?
Well, conspiracy theory, just like UFOs, got
Sure.
such like a dirty like context. Like it's insinuated that it's wrong or you're crazy or whatever. But with Charlie Kirk, that whole thing, like they arrested a guy pretty immediately, right?
Yep.
And when that happened, the guy like took his clothes off and was like screaming crazy shit, like
That he did it and all that,
right?
Yeah.
And I've seen a few different things saying like this guy's been at this tragedy, this tragedy, and they did something where when they put him in jail, I think it was like they registered him as a sex offender. They did something to where like news stations aren't allowed to like reach out and contact him. Like there's some loophole.
Wow.
And I'm not sure if I'm probably chopping this up, but it was something like they put him under a sexual offense crime. To where nobody was allowed to say anything to him, and then you haven't heard a thing from that whole deal since. But
have you followed
up really
Have
fast?
you guys followed any of that?
The guy who tried to shoot Trump the first time,
right?
Yeah.
There's nothing. I mean, think of how many P. Diddy documentaries there are.
That kid.
And there's nothing on him.
Yeah, man. I don't know how far you guys go with conspiracies.
The Blackstone.
And, he was in a BlackRock video.
BlackRock,
the kid who tried to
Blackstone.
shoot Trump. Yeah, and then let's see. I mean, even what you were talking about with the Charlie Kirk thing, dude. It's so
Like the Candace Owens stuff.
I mean, the entire thing
crazy.
from start to finish, even where we're at now, it makes no sense.
I just heard
It's
a
crazy.
crazy thing about Candace Owens with Erica Kirk, and then
I-
that's why Charlie Kirk died.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
There's
wow.
there's
Or
so
unalive,
much. Like
huh?
they've got it. They've spun so many.
There's so
like,
many things.
Like Erica with what's his face, JD Vance, and this and
And now
that,
she's
and that,
pregnant.
which is so
Yeah.
stupid. Because in my opinion, from that one, because here's the thing. First of all, this is gonna be a super unpopular opinion, but I really like Charlie. Like I listen to him a lot. So believe it or not,
Clip
and
it.
I don't tell a whole lot of people this because I'm a terrible Christian. Like I'm definitely not the face of Christianity you want to share with like here's an example of Christians, and then you got me, and I'm over here doing me, right? But I'm very like I go to church. I care a whole lot about my faith, and I think Charlie was a really well-spoken dude, right? I don't. He was super hard guy to debate on things just because he was so well read on everything that he ever touched on. Like he was
Very articulate.
He had a very good way of articulating things.
He had a great memory too.
He had a phenomenal
Insane
memory, and the dude was more knowledgeable about the Bible and like not just like verbatim like words in the Bible, but like practical application, time, like understanding. Because a big part of the Bible is understanding. The reason people say there's so many contradictions in the Bible,
Right.
there's really not. It's just about time and understanding who was being spoken to with this
The
chapter.
context.
You got to think there's a big split right down the middle, which Old Testament, New Testament, right?
Right.
Those are two very different things.
Oh, right.
The whole Old Testament was half of it was rules for Jewish people,
Right.
specifically, right?
Right.
And then so there's a lot there, and he was really good about like more so. So I go to a church that is led by a doctor. He's a PhD. He is a professor of theology at ORU, right? And he's very well spoken. He's very read up on the Bible. There's not a whole lot that the reason I enjoy going so much is because I love the education aspect of it. It's like going and learning, right? I think it's super cool. He's very well spoken. He's an author. I don't read shit, right? I don't even read the Bible. But, sorry, Pastor. I don't. I listen to it sometimes. No, but I do it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, you're good.
Is this the same church that does? Is this Robert University? Or
No.
Robert? Oh, okay.
No. I go to 3434. It's literally
Okay.
right over here.
There's a what's the university? Is it Roberts?
Rhema
Rhema?
or Oral Roberts.
Oral Roberts.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
that does like
ORU.
the Acquire the Fire thing.
I don't know about
It's
that.
like a giant
But
concert. I used to go. That's why I
ORU
say
has
that.
a long history. They're a big college, yeah.
Yeah. The big college with the big.
The praying hands,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
everybody. Yeah, so the whole, that's where he is a professor at,
Oh,
and that's
okay.
where a whole lot of like pastors,
Yeah.
especially around here, like a lot of them have gotten their degrees there or whatever. And you can go there and not get a degree in anything religious too, but a lot of people, like, they've got a great like seminary and stuff. But yeah, that's where he's a teacher at.
I see.
But yeah, that funny, because that university has a history, like, depending on who you ask or whatever, it's like, oh, they only care about blah 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 blah. And it's just like it's like with everything, right? But yeah, it's funny though. But yeah, that's it is that university.
Gotcha.
But I go to church, which is right over here. Cool church. I got into it actually via the cannabis industry. A dispensary owner that has become like a best friend to me. Another best friend to me. Sorry.
About to say, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
what
dog.
the?
Sorry,
I'm
dog.
over here putting out fires and I'm listening.
I'm sorry, dog. He gets jealous. But yeah, so guys became like, like kind of like a mentor to me, but also he's just became quickly like one of my best friends. And he went there, has known this pastor for 30 years. And they have like a really cool men's ministry. And at the time I was really struggling with the with my I don't want to say struggling with my relationship, but like I just felt like I couldn't fix certain things about our relationship, and I knew it was like kind of a me thing, so I kind of started talking about it, and then he introduced me to the men's ministry that this guy runs. Phenomenal. If you believe in the Bible, if you're a lover, a follower of Jesus, incredible men's ministry that will absolutely it's cool because it's like the most woman friendly men's ministry ever. It's like basically just like, hey dudes, you're the men, right? You got to stop being a piece of shit and lead your household by being a good dude to your wife. Like that's kind of the whole thing.
Right.
So immediately I'm like, I tell Samantha, like, hey, I'm going on this men's retreat thing for 3 days. She's like, see ya, have fun, love ya. Yeah. It's like I tell her I want to go like watch a UFC fight in Dallas or something. She's like, I don't know.
Right.
Who's there?
That's because
Yeah.
you'd be going with me on that one.
That's fair.
I don't go to the He-Man Woman Hater Club.
That's what he calls my men's retreats. He-Man woman haters.
I likes the ladies.
Oh yeah. Clip that, Zoe.
I love you, Miss Davis.
Clip that, Zoe. Oh jeez. No, but yeah. So I don't remember what the hell we were talking about.
Well, I don't think we never really
didn't
talked
get
about
anywhere.
it publicly,
We didn't talk about
but yeah, we're Christians, and our company was started on Christian foundation, and
Love that.
we just don't really
Sure.
you can't in this industry. It's not.
100%.
It's kind of do your own thing. Don't push things down people's throats.
That's
but
where I'm at with
you can
it.
never go wrong with Jesus, man. I mean,
100%.
you got to put it out there and
Clip that, Zoe.
yeah.
No, that's
seriously.
Well, at the end of the day, if that offends you, like,
Right.
go somewhere
weird.
else.
That's
like,
weird,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
It's weird. It's a weird thing to be offended by.
Well, and people, I mean, get offended at breakfast
Fair.
Right.
nowadays. So
Yeah.
it's
Gang banging on bacon?
right. Dude, no, I wrote that. Shout out Cat Williams, Pit Chronicles. No, I wrote that to somebody the other day because I mean I like just wake up and I mean I've still got like eye boogers, and I see this post just going hard on something, and I'm just like gangbanging on bacon.
Like, bro, you're gangbanging on bacon?
already mad? Like golly, dude, just like get some positive. in your life.
8:13 in the morning.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing, bro.
It's like immediately wake up, you're immediately pissed off.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's like,
it's
how dare you dog on bacon like that, dude? I got bacon's back all day.
all day. No, it's crazy, dude. And it makes me feel bad. Like I don't have enough time to be an activist in any direction.
No.
And I'm,
A lot of hardworking people don't.
Dude.
In case you don't know, he
Here we go.
extra doesn't have time. Let me explain why. He has 10 kids.
Right.
10.
I caught that at the
10.
beginning. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it took. Do you see how long it did
Yeah.
me to count? Imagine if I had to say all their names.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I could
a lot
say all
of
their
dependents.
names, but
I could say all their names. I couldn't tell you their birthdays for shit.
I bet you couldn't
I
say
could-
their full names.
Oh no.
You're right.
No. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know if I can hit all their last names, but all their first names for sure.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, no,
I got all the
we're-
first names all day.
We're a Brady bunch.
Great uncle.
Yeah, we're a hers, mine, ours thing. But well, and that's what kind of my point was. Is like I'm like, a lot of these people that are mad all day, I'm like I kind of know them, and I'm like, you have kids, like, and your kids are getting to the age where they're probably on social media, and I'm like, dude, like I kind of curate, because like my oldest ones are on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, and I'm like, dude, I don't like you're setting 100%. Up your kids for failure. Like you don't want them, entering the workplace or becoming an adult already mad. Like being like, I tell my kids all the time, like, I'm like, if you take anything from me, like, don't be an asshole. Like, not being an asshole will get you opportunities that you just would have never even thought of. Like, be decent to people. Be respectful. You don't have to get walked on. You don't have to take shit. Like, nobody's allowed to put their hands on you. Like, defend yourself. But don't be a dick for no reason. Like, we're salesmen, and you guys, have had to hit the streets and make things happen. Like, people want to buy from people that they enjoy talking to. Right. Like people want to spend money with their friends. Like, especially we're in Oklahoma. Like,
we're the epitome of,
dude,
good old boy. We'll want to be able to like you to buy from you.
I talked to a guy who owns a really big company in our world, but he's not from Oklahoma. He's not even from America, but he started out in California. And then came out this way, and he's like, he literally last night talked to him on my drive home. He's like, dude, I'm new to Oklahoma. I've only been here for 4 or 5 years, whatever. He's like, I love how in Oklahoma it's literally like your reputation is everything. Like if you're a bad actor, if you're bad business, if you're difficult to work with,
people can smell it,
dude. And you might. Especially at a point, there was enough different options where you could get away with that for a long time. But we're at a point now that
everyone knows each other,
dude. Like,
right
we're
now,
all in the same rooms several times a year, and we're going to the same places. We're selling to the same people. Like, you get fished out, and eventually you won't have a place to turn. Like,
we were just talking. Speaking a little bit about RedBilly, but.
I was actually getting ready to try to transition into.
So
I try to ask people some questions. Man, we have chased some squirrels, some rabbits.
Yeah. Well, as far as that goes, like, we were talking about like the community, right, and how the community, as far as the retail side, it's such a toxic environment when you're competing almost against other dispensaries.
Right.
And
oh, dude,
like, and I just don't understand, like, and I understand, like, the whole, and we were talking about this in the truck on the way here.
Right.
Like, instead of price competing, like, we all order from the same people, right? We all have the same product in our stores.
Right.
And instead of competing against each other on pricing and having a price battle, why not just all at the same price and we all make money? And we all
preach.
We all just like
preach.
Like with the several dispensaries that are around us. I mean, I'm constantly in a non-negotiable
margin battle.
Right. Everybody's fighting for
battle,
pennies.
And it's like, well, why am I selling this at, and I just got this new product in, right? For example, and I set it at this price, and then Joe Schmo down the road is selling it for $3 cheaper. Well, okay, well, I know you're not making the money that you want to make on it, and this is just coming from a retail side.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Sure.
And just letting everyone know, like, how it actually is. And it's like, well, I want this product because I know it's good. I've used it. I want my patients to use it.
Sure.
And I would never, everything that's in our stores, we don't sell anything that we don't use. Right. So I would never sell something that I would never personally use. I mean, everything is handpicked from our personal experience. And granted, we're not daily users.
I was gonna say y'all must be riding on some clouds.
Yeah, no, but what you're saying is
no.
If you, it's something that you would be perfectly okay with using.
Right.
You probably at the very least sampled it.
Yes,
known that it's good.
I've tried everything in the store, and I can always recommend a product to a certain patient, depending on what product they're looking for.
And me and him both know, without naming names, like, we've been in dispensaries, especially like in situations where you've got 10, within a couple miles of each other, that will intentionally like drop the cost and run, lost leader cells.
All the time.
Just, to make it difficult for everybody else. And
But it's like, what's the point of you? Like, you're having to sell way more quantity to even catch up with the other guys at that point. And it's like, well, we were. And going back to RedBilly, I mean, and as I was saying earlier, where the name came from, I mean, we're rednecks and we're hillbillies,
right.
And we created RedBilly like that,
Yeah,
and we wanted to make the whole point in 2019, 2020 was 2020 is when we started the grow and everything, and really launched RedBilly. The whole point of it was to make the working man's weed, right? So we want good quality weed that is for the person that doesn't want to. We're right in the middle,
Sure.
We're not insanely bougie pricing. We grow very clean, very good weed indoor, and that was the whole point of that was our sales pitch. Is like we are the working man's class. We represent the working man's class.
I mean, we came right from construction right into this.
Right into the
So it's like
marijuana
that's all we did.
I see it now. I see it.
Yeah. I mean, people they look at us now because we're in the office.
Yeah.
And so we don't, we're on
We're
the
doing a lot of
computer, we're on
paperwork
the
now.
laptop, we're getting a coffee, we're going to
Yeah.
lunch, we're gone half the day. We're in early. I mean, we stayed overnight.
Yeah.
We slept on cots in the office. I mean, we did so much.
Jug get broken into and was like, "Bucket, we gonna stay here."
Well, that's happened a couple. Not broken into, but
Yeah.
we actually. In 2019, when we first started, we were working in Sapulpa. So we
Yeah.
lived in Branson at the time,
Oh,
and we were
gosh, yeah.
driving 4 hours to Tulsa every week, Monday and then Friday.
Yeah.
I lived out there for 6 years.
In Branson?
No, Sepulpa.
Oh,
yeah,
Tulsa,
yeah,
yeah. So the first week we were there, our dump trailer got stolen.
Yeah.
We had a lock on it. Someone grinded it off, took it, and it was
That's
the day.
Sepulpa.
Yeah.
And then the day after, we
Sounds-
got
yeah.
cameras.
Yeah.
So it's like-
sounds very Sepulpa.
Yeah. Yep. And so that was the only a year straight we were sleeping on cots in the office.
Yep.
So we
Monday
had
through Friday,
We
yeah.
had the warehouse, obviously, where we built everything. We had all the rooms, and then we had a little office area with a computer and a bathroom and a shower.
Yeah.
And we had a 5-gallon water heater that
Right.
we could
Yeah.
take camper showers. We'd scrub up,
Yeah.
shut it off, wash, scrub down, and it's like.
Yep. You'd have 30 seconds of
you'd have
hot water.
30
The
seconds
rest
of
was
hot water.
cold.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what
Yeah.
it takes.
Yeah. That's
like,
And that's how we started. I mean,
Yeah.
it really makes me very grateful from where we're at right now, and
Yeah.
we've had the privilege to expand and do the things that we've done over the years and learn. I mean, as far as a grower, I mean, you're learning everything. You're learning new stuff every day.
Oh, yeah.
And then I talk to so many people in the industry, whether it's growers, processors, people who make the nutrients. I mean, we've gone through 3 different nutrients and had great conversations with everyone, great connections with everybody. And you really, obviously, you can kind of tell what they all work, right?
Right,
And it's
right.
just how it's not really how clean your nutrients is, but it's because if you're using salts, it's all the same,
Right.
You know?
No, it's genetics.
It's really the genetics, and at the time we were actually known for our our ice cream cake, and that's when we first got started.
Okay,
And we were
okay.
growing hundreds of pounds of ice cream cake, very dark midnight purple.
that dude. Ice cream cake is one of my all-time favorites.
very popular at the time, and then we used and talking about genetics, we used the genetic, and this was before tissue culture was really a huge thing in Oklahoma,
Right.
And we were trying to look for a tissue culture, but it was outrageous prices, and there wasn't a lot of people. I mean, you couldn't even find anybody.
No, I think there was 1 or 2 maybe that would do
one
it.
or two people. It's so funny because
We considered it.
yeah, but then there's that whole part where as a lab you can't do tissue culture. It's kind of like it's a
roadblock.
It's a roadblock in the rules.
Yeah.
However, there was at least for a little bit a lab that was doing tissue culture, and I was like,
I was gonna say I got
Really?
an SOP.
you can't do that, brother. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah. Anyways,
But,
because you have to sell it back to them.
Right, you
And
have to
even
sell it a
though
clone. You have to sell it a clone.
It's like even if you were to change the term, like you would still be giving them a clone, whatever, right? Even if you paid them a consult fee, you can't grow weed, even if it's a little
right,
tiny
right,
baby
right.
seedling, right? You
So-
can't do that as a lab.
We were actually going to go to tissue culture up in OKC, and I guess the lead guy there resigned because he didn't like the stuff that they were doing, and they had we're talking thousands and thousands of clones that they were doing tissue cultures with. And I guess and I don't know this for sure, this was just a rumor.
I think I know. I think I've heard.
This was
stories
just
about
they were selling other people's genetics.
That's what
and
yep,
clones.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I've heard.
Gotcha.
I've
So
heard.
and I was going to use them, and I was like, and I had a really good conversation with the lead grower there and the head cultivation guy.
Right.
Very smart. Like, I mean, if I say this, it's
They
probably
knew what they were talking about.
yeah. I mean, he was an engineer, like a nuclear
Okay.
engineer. So that's all I'm gonna say. But
Okay.
because people will probably know who it is. Very, very, very smart dude that knew exactly grew exactly like us. I mean, we use Grodan slabs and have a very, we crop steer. So he was doing the same thing, but even better than us. I mean, we were getting 2.5, 3 pounds of light, and he's over here getting 5.5 pounds of light.
Jesus.
And he literally showed me proof, and he was like, every harvest it doesn't change 5.5 pounds of light. And I was like,
locked in.
that is some insane results. That's some results I've never seen before.
Only from a nuclear
engineer
Right,
could
right.
do that. But very, very smart dude, and he ended up resigning from that company. But it is what it is, and so I didn't end up going with the tissue culture.
Yeah.
But
Well,
going back to
if you got good genetics, I don't know a whole lot. I know enough. It's like I know just enough about everything to be dangerous or real stupid, right? But yeah, from what I've kind of dived into a little bit on tissue culture, it's if you are a guy that has great genetics, so if you have a strain that you phenoed or whatever that's just the tits, right? That's the option.
That is
because
the only
otherwise
option.
it's going to degrade. It
loses its value as soon as you use it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
and tissue culture is kind
It's
of
like a car.
Yeah, it's like a car. It's like, hey, I know about those. No,
Yeah.
but it's like you're basically getting the best version of it every time if you're
Right.
tissue culturing. Yeah, that's dope.
So going back to ice cream cake, I mean, so we grew it so much. I'm pretty sure, and I'm just winging it here, we were probably at its like 150th generation, 200th generation of ice cream cake. It got used so much, and everyone just loved it so much that we kept it for 3.5 years straight. Mom after mom after mom after mom, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clones. That mom got beat up. That genetic got beat up so bad that it went from dark purple to light green.
No way.
wow.
And it just stopped performing at all. No trichomes, nothing. Just
The size,
the size of it. It went from
down,
we're talking
because if
like
you-
a Coke can.
Yeah.
Every time to, we're talking baby buds.
So, and I want to make sure because you guys probably know more about this, and obviously you do.
He
I
said
do,
probably.
but yeah, he's like that. You probably know more about it. You know shit, dumbass. Anyway, no, but the way I kind of understand it is if I understand correctly, a bud like that would be ideal in the cannabis size. That's the result of. It's not natural because we're stressing it, we're changing its environment to make it do that. And from the way I understand it, like for a cannabis to produce trichomes, that's like its instinct, or that's things that it does when it's dying or when it thinks it's dying or whatever. So you're finding a perfect mixture of things in for it to do that. And so as you continuously use it, breed over time, it starts adapting and changing things about itself to make it do better.
Right.
But by it becoming better, it's being worse
Producing.
worse producing as what we want.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of
getting
like the way I understand it. in a
basically
way,
the
kinda.
whole life cycle of a marijuana plant is when it goes through that flower cycle, and it has those white hairs on week 5, week 4, week 5, week 6. It knows that if it's not getting any pollen in that time, it knows something's wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't collect pollen. Okay, well now I'm going to close up my white hairs, and I'm going to create the biggest beautiful fruit that I can, because that's all I can do.
Because I can't do anything.
I can't do anything else. I can't breed.
Right.
So it has it has those couple weeks of breeding time
Yep.
to when you have a male plant and people are.
That's when the
breeding
Hermian stage happens.
Yeah.
Hey, I knew something.
So I mean,
smart cuz.
yeah, and granted, I think we've had a couple incidences where, we'll pop a seed and it'll be a regular seed, not even a feminized seed. But in the past, we've had seeds where sometimes feminized seeds, and they're a lot more unstable than regular ones.
Sure.
They would actually start herming out after even a few runs of it, like even a few generations. It'll just be completely unstable if it didn't like the heat or the amount of water it was taking or whatever, and or even CO2 really, and it would just start herming out and it would populate the entire
ruin everything.
The entire room. And then we had the mixtures of I mean, we had a strain called P562.
Yeah.
And that was just the seed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was called Project 562.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was the genetic, and it was just a feminized, unstable seed.
Right.
And
didn't last.
It was
very
like after
long.
3 runs of it, it hermed out and populated like my cakes and cream and all kinds of different like I had like we were running 6 genetics at a time, or 6 cultivars, as you say.
Yeah.
We had 3 tables, so we were doing like 2. It's not very optimal, but it was for the variety, you know.
And then you've got to pretty much go and like nuke that room after something like that happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of the
you
time,
don't want any pollen. Or,
most of the time you don't know.
Right.
I mean, to be fair and honest, I'm pretty sure the only room on the entire farm within our history that I can recall was under my watch. So that was really bad. And I remember
he's over here like not wanting to say it, like dumbass.
Yeah, no, I'm just like remembering everything in my head. So I remember it was
I opened a door and there was pollen.
There was pollen on the door,
and I was like,
Dude.
God.
And he was like, did you walk this room? And I was like, not in a couple days. And he's like, God damn it, dude.
No, I
Bro, the
tried
plant
to,
busted, dog. Look.
There is not a square inch that isn't affected by it.
It's
in the room.
When I
Every
jumped
square
into
inch.
this, I didn't I've never grown or I didn't really know anything. I smoked pot, but I didn't really know anything beyond that. So I was like, I got to learn. So I bought a tent. I started growing in my house, and I've had seeds that I've collected for a decade or more.
Yeah.
And I tried, over and over, just to throw random, not knowing what it is, seed in, and they all hermied every time. They hermy. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to start buying. I got to buy seeds because now I just know how to mess with a dude plant. Like,
he was taking seeds like he would. I'm not trying to talk shit. This is how much we didn't know. Okay, I started this right. So I have a buddy, and this is what we do. Okay, we chase squirrels. Okay, so this is my squirrel. I'm going to chase it for just a second, and then you rope me back in.
Yeah.
So I have a friend. We don't really talk anymore. Long story. He's I'll go ahead and say it. I don't care. It's my buddy Tony. We were friends since we were kids, right? I've known him longer than I've known him.
No.
I met him when we were in the summer going into 6th grade. Mm-hmm. His dad was full blood Iranian. His mom was a white woman, redheaded woman that passed away from cancer. Okay, so I met him during a very vulnerable time in his life. His mom had just passed away. But I'll never forget when I met the dude. He was like, we're at a pool in an apartment complex that I lived in, and he had this person that he called his sister who was much older, like out of high school, graduated, and she was so hot, bro. Like, I seen her and I was immediately like, I will do anything. I just want to be near you.
You're like that plant, man.
Exactly.
About
I'm on the bus.
Just be right next to her.
I was just like, I just want to do anything to be in this chick's presence, right?
Yeah.
And I'm, 5th grade, like puberty, the whole thing. Like,
right.
I'm the awkward little fat kid that's still kind of funny. So, I'm like, yeah. And so we're down there, and I'll never forget this kid that's my age in the pool, and the dude is crying. He's crying in the pool because we made a decision as a group that we were going to play Sharks and Minnows. He did not want to play Sharks and Minnows. He wanted to play Marco Polo. We outvoted him. He was pissed about it. He was crying in the pool. And I'll never forget, I was like, my mom was like, oh, shut up, dude. Damn. Being a bitch, right? And fast forward, now me and this dude are best friends, right? Mm-hmm. And so outside of high school, he starts growing, and he's obsessive, right? Like, you have like traits from like different cultures. Mm-hmm. So like I got to see all the traits of the Iranian side, right? Like, and dude, he was just like, if he does it, he's going to dive absolutely balls first in it. Mm-hmm. He's going to be the best at it. He's going to find a way to make money off of it. And when he's ridden it to where it's nothing, he moves on. Okay.
No, he's a hustler.
He's a hustler. Yeah, dude is a hustler.
Entrepreneur.
He's got a business right now in Tulsa that's very successful. where he buys people's junk. He sells it on eBay. You can't go into his place and buy anything. And he's got, I would say, no bullshit. If you had to put a value on, I'd say he probably has $750,000 to $1 million worth of just property, just shit, right? From like drill bits to computers to nothing. And what he does is he puts ads on Facebook and stuff, and he's like, I buy your stuff, right? It like a pawn shop, but he doesn't resell and he doesn't loan. Okay. If you've ever seen some of the billboards or like yard signs in Tulsa that says "I buy broken TVs" or "I buy broken phones," that's probably him. And what he does is he buys these broken TVs. He pays a tweaker, like $1 a TV, to take it apart and get a specific board out.
Allegedly.
And then that board, then that board, believe it or not, that board sells for $60 to $80 on eBay, right?
Wow.
There are people that literally.
So it's like a Cadillac converter deal.
It's like
It's cutting the Cadillac converters up.
Cadillac converter. That was awesome. So he
Very popular in Tulsa.
yeah, exactly.
Another lucrative business.
So that is effectively like what he does. Like he'll buy, and a lot of his like people that come in and sell stuff are probably homeless, and may or may not, maybe that the thing that they have may or may not be ill-gotten gains. Who knows, right?
Right.
But
Finders keepers.
He's worked with the police, got to like all the like what he has to do to protect himself, and check it out. He's had stuff where it's turned out it was stolen. Police come in, they take it from him, and he takes the L on it, right? And he keeps IDs of everybody that does. I mean, he came from a very small idea that he wasn't doing anything right to turn into a full functioning business, taxes, all the paperwork.
Crazy.
Legitimate, right? And he's very successful at it. He all day long just shipping shit out that's sold on eBay. And he makes a very good living.
Huh.
doing
Wow.
it. Very good living. Makes good money.
Yeah. Crazy.
But he decided he's always loved pot. Like even through like school, like dude just liked to smoke weed. Had to keep it from his dad. Hilarious, right? But it all started with like he designed this. You ever seen the smoke buddies where when you smoke pot, you exhale into it and it filters it out to stop the smell?
Yeah.
Like he got into a thing where he was developing and making those and crazy shit. But then he started growing weed, dude.
Okay.
Because he was tired of like buying it. He got in trouble, got pulled over. Had to do a little bit of time, like very little time, but just a little bit of time.
Right.
Got caught with a couple things, and it where that led him to, I'm gonna have to grow my own pot because I'm not gonna go buy it anymore because I don't ever want to get pulled over and go to jail again ever.
Yeah.
Right? Dude, just dove headfirst into it and he grew some of the best bud. Dude, you've seen something.
Well,
like,
he was running like hydroponics back
Oh,
before.
he did. He had
like,
he went through a hydroponic setup. He went through an aquaponic setup to where now he would grow. He would grows cocoa. In cocoa and perlite or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, had the whole thing went through the whole aquaponic fish swimming around in the stems type shit. Like got really intricate, cool. That said, I don't like this. It's not efficient. Do this. This stinks. A lot of water. Blah blah. And but dude, he was able to grow. Like I'm not lying, dude. Like I would put his homegrown, and I know a lot of people say this kind of shit. Bear with me, but I'm in the industry. I work at a lab. I get to see all the buds, right? Real pretty, real ugly, and I hear people, even some with the ugly ones, are like, "Man, this is the best shit ever." And I look at it, I'm like, "It's not,
you crush it up and test it.
I promise you, brother, it's not." Without looking at the results, that ain't the best or close.
Yeah.
All right, but
a lot of those
he
people.
grew some shit that just looked. Now, granted, we never tested any of it, right? So I don't know. It could have been riddled with heavy metals or pesticides. Don't know because he was using all shit that he can buy at a grocery store, right?
Right.
But fire. I mean, smoked well, like looked good, beautiful, right? Just dove head first in. And I don't know why I'm telling you about him now.
You were
this
You're
going.
just chasing a squirrel.
Yeah, you said you were going to chase a squirrel.
There was a reason.
I feel like a lot of like homegrown,
growing in general.
Growing in general. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I was
There
talking
was
about my grow that I was doing to learn how to do it.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
thank you. So that's why we're best friends. See? That's how it works. So that watching him do it so well, right? I was like, dude, I could grow some weed, right? Surely, no, I grow weed. I got a tent. I spent a few $100, right? Got a few things for free. Got some lights. Couldn't figure it out. Tried, I think, twice. 2 plants, right? I think one time it was two plants. Oh my God, bro! This was the worst shit I've ever. And the one time I was like, the last time I did, I was like, fuck it, I'm stopping it here. I'm taking it. I cut it all down, and I say all like it wasn't very much. It wasn't very much at all. And I tried to go hard, like I had fish shit. I had a pH test. Like I thought I was doing some shit, man. And yeah, it was dog shit. It was terrible. Finally, I think I gave Shane my tint. And like the lights I had, which he had a little bit of time, and he was like, "Yeah, this is all bullshit."
Yeah,
but,
I had to upgrade it.
Yeah.
Well, because I had people that were actually like starting to do it commercially. Like I was.
Yeah, right.
So I had people like coaching me.
You had a little bit better of a coach because Tony,
right.
Tony never came and. I actually remember one time I came over. I was like, "Hey man, will you look at my set and just give me some advice?" And he came over and looked at it, and he was like.
He's like,
yeah. I mean, you can grow something with this. He never helped me do anything, asshole. He didn't want me to take his spotlight. But so I never forget the time he's gatekeeper. But
he's like, you got 110. That's a lot of room.
Plant down, and I told Samantha, I'm like, we're gonna dry this shot. I bet it's gonna be good. Like it looked kind of pretty, a little bitty ass buzz, And I dried this shit out. It was so awful. It was so dog shit. Even Samantha was like, I'm sorry, I can't even fake it. This is terrible. This smells like shit.
Well, it was funny with my first like real run, because you see everybody like topping and doing shit like that, and in my brain I was like, that's such a waste. I'm like, you're getting rid of all the like, what are we talking about? Like that really? And so I didn't do that, and I didn't like trim up or anything. I just let it all grow, and I had massive top cola. And then all these other ones, and I had no idea. You dry them out for a week, put them in darkness, and dude, like they were dust. Like ones that were like that big before, like it was nothing. And I was like, oh, got it. Okay,
the art of the cure, right? Yeah, we didn't know any of that shit.
I guess it just depends on your goal. Like if you were to top, I mean, for crop steering, I mean, you don't really want to because you're growing in the most minimal amount of space for the most amount of plants and square footage.
Yeah. Right.
So you
don't
want
under lights.
Yeah, I mean you don't want to top, and you don't want to do heavy defoliation. You don't want to do anything that'll stress out the plant as much as possible
in that time frame.
In that time frame. And then
because it could hurt me.
Well, not even that, but
it stunts the percentage.
This is what I learned from the new
Gotcha.
Yeah, this was doing it for 5.5 pounds of light.
Right.
Because we've always done like a 10 to 15 to even 20% lollipop and top, and make the bottoms, get rid of the bottoms, and really clean up the plant on the first quarter of the plant, and then defan all the stupid leaves that don't need to be there,
Yeah.
But with like all the red stems, and people teach you, pick off the red stems, leaves.
Oh, see, and
it's like, well, yeah, and then I'm hearing from this guy, and he's like, well, I do barely any defoliation, and I don't top, and I barely touch. I do necessary defoliation to hit some light spots on my mid buds, but other than that, I'm not even touching my plants. And then he's getting 5.5 pounds of light, and I'm like, so I've been defoliating about 25% of my plant,
which I would say most people
do.
Well, that's in the cannabis Bible.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you lollipop, you defol on certain days, 21, 42, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
And you let the plant do its thing after week 3, and then week 7, whatever, you do your 42 day, and then make sure you get some light in there to finish off the harvest. And then I hear from this guy, and it's just like total opposite stuff. I'm like, man, I wish I just have known that, because I've tried so many different things over the past 5 years, and it's like, yeah, I've gotten up to 3.5 pounds of light, but I've never hit that. I've obviously never hit the 4.5 or 4 to 5 pound area, and that's, we're talking the wet weight. Our wet weight for our plants, we would hang them by a fish scale,
Yeah.
They'd weigh anywhere from anywhere from 1,100 to 2,500 grams, So the whole plant, you're getting about, what is it? Basically the goal was a QP per plant.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically, I think that equals out to around like 3 to 3.5 pounds of light. Which would be a little bit more than paying the bills,
Right.
Sure.
That's what would get you. And so learning about that, going through all the procedures that we've done over the years, and it's like, man, I could have just been doing that the entire time. Now, granted, the most important. That's just a small step in that. You know?
Right.
Sure.
The biggest part is your VPD. So I mean, if your VPD and your
I know what you're talking about,
and-
but
Because
just
of
for
the guy
listeners,
at Cowboy Cup, right? VPD Pro.
Yes.
that guy,
Yeah,
he's
that guy's
I mean, we talked to that
awesome.
guy
Yeah.
for like an hour. I think.
Dude, I think we did too.
with the
Yeah.
cloud, the cloud machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Change
So
your environment.
crazy
Yeah.
enough,
Yeah.
that guy. So his bandmate.
Yeah,
His name's Conch. So I went to school with him at Union.
really.
And you know, me and him weren't like buds, but we had a circle of friends that connected, right? And so I knew him a little bit. I was in band with him in 6th grade. Guess what instrument I played? Just guess. Go for it. Come on, lay it on me.
The cello.
Okay, good guess. What do you got?
Hold on, not a nice enough school for cellos. But
I'm not gonna
Union?
say
I was before. I was
You
one
don't
of
have
the
you
cellos.
were in band.
Shit, they had orchestra and band.
You were in band.
Yeah, I was in band.
I'm not gonna say the drum or the snare or anything.
Okay, what are you gonna say?
No, I would say snare actually.
Okay, all right.
Can I
No,
guess?
it was a tuba.
I was
I was gonna say that, dude.
Oh, come on.
No.
3 people
Oh my
played tubas,
God.
right? It was lesbian chicks, skinny dudes, fat dudes. That's it.
That's
Nobody
crazy.
else played the
I was
tuba.
really like, if it's not drums, it's tuba.
Yeah, tuba, for sure. Anyway, I only played for 2 years.
That's like a
Fun?
trick question.
Was it fun? Obviously, I've never played the tuba, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was. It really was. I enjoyed it. I just didn't like doing shit, right? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to have, like,
the marching's a whole thing.
I never made it to marching, right? So I was
was in
middle
choir
school. I was
in high
out
school.
before high school.
Yeah.
There's no way I would have, because, you know, I wanted to, you know, I tried to play football. I tried to do band. I tried to do everything. I did ROTC at Union. Yeah, they had an Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. Come on. Yeah.
ROTC.
Yeah. I tried to do it all, and then I was like, oh, all this shit sucks. Yeah. So there's that. But yeah, no, so Conch's girlfriend became my hairstylist.
Really?
I don't use
Small world.
Right. But so I start going to Sport Clips, and it just kept going there. Had this one person that I would get, and her name's Kristen, and I was like, dude, she does my hair the best. I vibe with her, and she's always there, so I just start requesting her. Fast forward a couple years, I'm like, this is my person. This is who cuts my hair. Nobody else does, right? And then we become cool because, I don't know if you can't tell, I'm the kind of person, like, if you're going to be anything in my life, I need to feel special, right? My doctor, me and my doctor, we're real tight, you know?
It's wild.
I don't have to wait.
wild.
I can get right through. Okay, I'm not gonna say why or how, you know, just because you know. But I got a direct line. Let's just say that right to my doctor.
Your
It's just
chiropractor.
chiropractor is a buddy of mine. Like, I don't have anything. If you ever want to get, like, to be that person for me, I have to feel special and like I have a direct connection with you, or I just can't do it, man. Can't do it.
Or you're on the other list.
Yeah. You're just
a person.
You're the small outer circle, right? And there's the inner circle. If you want to be here, this is how it's got to work, right?
Yeah, right.
And it's just the way my brain ticks. I got to feel like I'm getting a deal. I got to feel like I'm special. I know it's a problem. It really is a problem, honestly. It's a problem more than it's a.
It's hilarious. This dude's on the phone 24/7 because he becomes friends with
Everybody.
It's my thing. I like it.
I get it.
I don't know. It's the only
Yeah,
thing.
I think that's how we hit it off, really.
I just want to say, Shane, F you, bro. Right here, dog. So
Calling-
talk shit all you want.
Calling actually about some kind of complaint.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
I need to talk to somebody at this lab because I'm pretty freaking stressed out right now.
Here's the thing, man. I wasn't going to brag and say that, but I just want to say that it did actually start as a complaint, and your boy flipped it, and now we're buds, and they're on the show.
We did collections for a period of time together, and some of the like the calls where like somebody calls in mad were the most fun. Like everybody was like, I wanted to jump on it because like talking someone down and then making a sell.
Yeah.
Dude.
Just like you would think it is in like movies and shows. When you got a heat case and they come in aggressive and you work through that like in the ways that they kind of train you to, and you go through, there's a crowd of people that start to kind of build up around that call. And as soon as you land, it's everybody's slapping hands.
Yeah.
Like it's very Wolf of Wall Street in those worlds.
Very much so. But no. So it's that's my life. You know, there's that. But yeah. So I'm texting, talking to Kristen one day. She's cutting my hair, and she was like, "Oh, dude, Conch's band is playing at Cowboy Cup," and I was like, "All right, let's meet up there, right?"
Yeah.
And so meet up there.
What's it called again? The band?
Oh,
The band is called.
it's a bluegrass band.
Yeah, it's a bluegrass.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're awesome.
They
It
are
blew
really
my
good.
mind, dude. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. I really like when
I have their card too. I had the whole thing.
I did too. The VPD guys. Yeah.
Safety meeting.
Yeah.
Safety meeting.
Safety
Yes.
meeting. I was
Yes.
like, it's something
Wow, that was
like
clutch.
it's so like familiar.
Yeah,
Bro,
shout out safety meeting.
Can I
Yeah,
just
safety
say,
meeting.
and this, I totally
Very cool
fine. I wanted
guys.
to know this. When she tells me this, right, in my brain, I'm like, oh God, they're gonna suck. I don't know why. I just had a feeling that they were gonna suck, and I was like, okay. I prepared myself. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna pretend to be very into the music,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna compliment them on how well they did, and they're probably gonna bomb, right? And dude, I was blown away how fucking good they are.
Haven't they been on tour with some
was-
big
Yeah,
names?
I didn't know all. I learned. So I
As
fell
I
into
talked
the
to the
rabbit
guy,
hole, and
yeah.
I learned more about it afterwards. I don't.
Yeah.
I had no knowledge. That's why in my brain I was kind of preparing for it to suck and me to like not show that.
Was that the first time you saw them? At
first
the Cowboy
ever,
Cup?
right? So it was cool because the reason I wanted to meet up was because now me going and getting my hair cut by Kristen, it was like she was always playing a game of messenger between me and Conch. Like he would remind me of something, I would tell her about something, and so we were almost like striking up an old friendship, or like where we talked back in 6th grade. Fast forward now, 20-something years later, here we are, and so she's like, "Dude, Conch is excited to see you," and I'm like, "I'm excited to see him. Y'all can't wait." And yeah, that's it turned into that. Then the VPD Pro guy, I met him, and he's very long-winded, and he's very,
Yes.
very. I mean, here's
Very
the thing.
smart dude.
We don't know. I never know when you meet somebody like that. It's like, are they full of shit or is it real?
Yeah.
Dude seems legitimately smart, and that machine is badass. I mean, I don't know how
It was
well it works.
doing that whole. It was, I guess, working on that whole tent that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess both nights.
So,
but-
question: do you guys utilize that kind of machine in your grow?
no. No.
Okay, okay.
No, I wish. I mean, I didn't even know that technology. He basically makes clouds.
Right.
In
Yeah,
the-
you change
in any
the
space.
humidity.
So his
Yeah.
claim is that he can effectively create any environment as far as a plant knows
Right.
with that machine.
Right.
And that would have different.
I guess I can make it cold and warm if you wanted it to.
Yeah, he can like
Yeah.
and at different humidities.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Which is
Right.
crazy.
He can dry the air out. Like I believe it's
He
like
can dry
it
the air
can
out.
counter the humid air
Yeah.
with like is it a cold? Air?
Yeah, it's like a cold air.
It's like
You
a cold, dry
If you don't
air
have the
or something.
dehues that you need, you can
Yeah.
use that.
So that's kind of
Crazy.
where the
Crazy tech.
That's where my brain is curious about it, because he made a claim that as a lab, I have troubles believing. It's not that I don't believe it; it's that I have troubles because I hear all the time, from people, and get to talk to them, and you got to think. Lab testing in Oklahoma has been very bad.
Yeah.
Very, very bad. Like, labs have been very bad for a long time. I say a lot, probably something I probably shouldn't say, but I would even equate a lot of the problems we have in Oklahoma as starting from, or maybe not necessarily starting from, but being worse or, being perpetuated by bad lab testing.
Right.
Labs were a problem, and because they didn't get a hold of the lab situation early, it set us up for a lot of the bullshit.
Spiraled
we
out of
face now.
control.
It did, absolutely, and the labs are kind of set up in a way to kind of or the intention, the purpose of a lab should have mitigated a lot of that, should have fixed a lot of that, and it didn't because the labs weren't regulated, right?
Right.
Labs.
Everyone was doing their own thing.
I mean, even now, like you don't see it as much now,
Right.
but like this very moment, right now, there are labs that cannot test pesticides properly. Right now, we are 7 years in,
yeah,
and
8 years.
and
Or
we
7
only
years.
test for 13 pesticides, and that's not a lot compared to what some states do. And then right now with 13 whole ass pesticides, right? Only 3 more kids than Shane has, right? If that's what we're looking at, we can't effectively in this state. We can't guarantee that all of our labs can test for all 13 pesticides properly. I know for a fact.
I think that's not even that many. Either.
Well, it's really not right now. Granted, we were opposed to the whole 66 pesticide thing recently, not because we want people to get pesticides in their bodies, right? The 13 pesticides that we test for are easily the most common ones, and there's very lower risk of, bimbing others here, unless there's people that, did it by, design or whatever, came from another industry.
Right.
But because if you have a problem that we have now, is you have labs that do things the right way, and there's a lot of them, and we're friends with, and we talk to some of those labs, right? And they're really doing things the right way, or they're trying anyway. But then you have guys that are just, in my opinion, I believe that there are at least 2 or 3 labs that are aware that their life is short in this state as a business, and they are just doing whatever they can and
To survive,
until
yeah.
it ends. And so I'm like, you can't require us to test for 66 pesticides, because in doing that it adds a ton of costs, like a lot.
Yeah,
it's a problem.
What does that mark up the price for the
well
customer?
that's exactly, it's going to. But if you're a lab that says nah, I'm just gonna say that I tested it for those 66, not really gonna have to change anything, so I don't really have to change my price. But OKCTL and this lab and this lab and this lab do, and now we're at a point where we have to raise our price because even the standard that we would have to purchase to be able to test, right? Let's say that we all have the right instruments, right? Which there's a lot of it would require an instrument upgrade. Okay, them bitches aren't cheap, bro. They're $500,000 straight up. At the very least, $350,000. And that's it. Maybe if you buy a used one and get a good deal, but if you buy a brand new one or something that's newer technology that you would probably want, because you would want it to run, acquisition time is a thing, right? If we do a higher sample count probably than some, so we don't want it to take 10 minutes per sample, right? We want it to be 45 seconds a minute, 2 minutes, right? Be quick. That to have an instrument that'll do that, it's an expensive instrument, dude. It really is. So now you've got the instrument cost, but then you also have to buy the internal standard, right? So that's how it works, right? You have to have a standard that tells you it's how you kind of like gauge this is this, and I know it's this because I'm buying, an internal standard that is guaranteed these 66 items. That's how you make the comparison, right? Well, that mixture is not something that's just out there, so it's going to have to be something that either we have somebody manufacture, which is very expensive, or we have to buy multiple and put them together, which is very expensive. So it's a problem, right? Because if we do it the right way, and this lab does it the right way, but these 3 labs are doing it the wrong way, and they don't raise their price, we can no longer test at this price, and we would have to lose money, right? That it becomes a problem. And so our response to that very heavily at public, I mean, we were very public about it at the open comment.
Did you
right?
go?
Yeah, okay. Absolutely.
Well, and they posted, they sent an email to all of us saying that they did respond to each one.
Yeah.
I've got a list somewhere. It's a lot to go over, but we'll probably touch on that next week. But they said they have responded to all the questions. And I think there was only like 19 like actual spoken verbal, and then like over 100 written. So it'll be honestly pretty cool.
It's the one thing I don't listen. I used to be. I say this all the time too. I used to be very much like, oh guys, give Oma a chance. They were thrown into this with 45, 90-day notice or whatever. It was they were part of the health department. They just now became their own standalone. Let's give them a chance. Let's give them a chance. Blah, blah. Yeah, piss on that. All that's dead now. I don't do any of that shit anymore because we 8 years, bro. You've had plenty of time.
Yeah.
What the hell's the problem? What's going on?
Right.
You got other states that have been doing it less time that are way more put together in their
where's all my tax money
regulation.
going?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. Bro. Exactly. And but so it's just it's a problem, dude. Like you can't force us to do this because it's going to be an extreme cost.
Then you just have to. Yeah. I mean, who's going to eat it? Right. Who's going to?
Because
Someone's got to eat
ultimately,
it.
if the other labs, if there are any, if there are 3 or 4 other labs that are like, no, we're not going to have to raise our price. Well, why not? Well, we just don't have to. We were able to do it without it. No, bullshit. No, you weren't. You're cheating.
No, you're fucking
You're not
off
doing
now.
things the right way.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
and if things were happening the way they should, like that should be, a pretty easy red flag. Like that should be like, okay, let's zoom in on that. And the amount of times they haven't is mind blowing. But in the EAC, They had to move that because we had the big blizzard come through. They did reschedule that to.
Did we get a date?
Yeah, February 27th at 9 a.m. Room 230 at the state capitol. 9 a.m. February 27th.
Feb 27th.
Yeah.
9 a.m.
So that'll be fun too.
You guys
Have you guys gone to those? Like,
We've never gone to one, though.
So the EAC is the advisory committee.
Yeah.
It's
Adria Berry.
Adria Berry and
Right,
a
I
few
have a lot of
people. You're
things
right.
to say to her.
Well, so here's what's cool. At the last EAC meeting, they voted to allow public comment. Now they're only going to allow 10 public comments on it. So it is something that was ballsy.
So who gets the spot then to talk?
First 10 people that show up.
Oh, it's first come.
It's first
Yeah,
come,
you
first
have to
service. The way I
sign up,
understand it,
right?
I got to. Don't quote me on that, but I think if I remember correctly, it's they're going to allow the first 10 people that sign up get those public comments or get those comments. And so the EAC is that committee that OMA put together of like business owners and stuff. Yeah, notice
They
I'm
have,
air
like, I
quoting
know-
the shit out of this, right?
Governor Stitt has a representative from somebody that is like on a board in a town with like less than 25,000 people. Like it's supposed to represent every like walk of life in our industry, like allegedly. But
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
yeah, there's a list of
And there's still 1 or 2 seats open.
that's what I heard. Yeah,
I know there's for sure 1 open, and I think maybe 2 open, because there's X amount of seats. And when we went to the website just last week with John,
Yeah.
there was only 4 names outside of Adria and the other one, so that leaves 2 spots if we understand correctly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they kind of
Interesting. I wonder what they're going to say.
talk about the rules together. They each have an agenda, and if you go look on OMA's website, you can find the EAC's agenda for the week.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll tell you like what they're going to talk about. But they've always allowed it to like the public to come and listen in. But just at the last one, they voted to allow public comment. So we're pretty sure at this next one they're going to actually let people speak. If not, then they're at the very least going to give us the date that they're going to allow public speech. So,
Gotcha.
We
you
should
guys
be able
come
to,
sometime.
as an industry, pick those 10 people.
I just
Right.
really
It'd be nice.
I just wish that
Get Durbin up there.
Dude, it get people that are well spoken, that are knowledgeable, but that care. Like, because
Yeah.
like I've gone to one before where it was a whole public comment, and people are just trying to get like a soundbite. Like they've got some crazy thing prepared that they scream and then
Yeah.
don't say it and then leave. And I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, I want like
making
this
us
last
look
one.
bad, man.
Yeah,
You're making us
it
look bad.
kills us.
And that's the whole thing. Like
That's
that goes right into
that's
like
how it happens.
when you say you're even in the industry. Like when I had to tell my girlfriend's parents I was in the industry, I was like, man, how do I say this without sounding like a complete fucking idiot?
right.
Yeah, I'm in the medical marijuana industry, and this is what I do. I'm not just not to put a what's that word I'm
Stigma?
looking for? Like a stigma
Yeah.
on it,
Yeah.
but like I'm not a lazy piece of shit that smokes
Yeah,
weed every day.
absolutely.
Dude, that's my dad. Very much like it was something we didn't talk about for a while, and it was kind of neat because I've got to kind of watch that like evolve on its own. Because like I don't push, and in through different issues that have happened, and they're getting like my parents are getting older. Like they things have just kind of fallen into their lap that has really changed their opinion on it. But yeah, I mean for the longest time, like it was something that you thought lazy, you thought criminal, you thought all kinds of stuff that just are slowly going away, but they are.
Yeah, I think with the younger generation coming up, it's obviously more people use, but there's still those people like on Facebook and people that are support of Governor Stitt. It's like the older generation, and you got people
Boomers.
Well, no, you go back and watch that, and I challenge
Yeah,
everybody
fucking
listening, go back and
boomers,
watch that. Instead of watching Stitt, look at the audience.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
all the people that clap,
yeah.
like really zoom in on them, and you're like, oh wow, that's not a representation of us at all.
No,
Okay.
I saw
Exactly.
the Facebook comments of some of those
Yeah.
posts. Obviously, people are clipping it and everything, but I saw a comment of it's a crazy comment. Someone said, and I saw there was a whole bunch of like comments underneath that comment.
Yeah. That's when you know it's a good one.
Oh
Like,
yeah, this guy or woman, I can't remember, but this person said, "Why would you even need medical marijuana anymore when Trump just declassified it?"
Oh my God.
And I said, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like,
God.
"Holy fucking shit!"
Right.
These are the people.
That's how disconnected.
These are the people that are so disconnected and so they're agreeing with everything that these people are saying, especially politicians. And it's like, guys, you have no knowledge of what's going on.
Not
like you don't even know what fucking planet you're living on.
No,
honestly.
it's
and
well,
it's
and
ridiculous.
you said it. I mean, it's kind of it is the boomer generation, like for the most part. I mean, it's like my grandma. She had 2 TVs with the news on 24/7, and then like the QVC channel. You know what I mean? It was, but we've kind of come up in this weird world where podcasts have kind of taken over.
Right.
And,
hey, that's us.
Right. Well, I mean, people are like our generation, or even like younger, like my kids. They're getting their news not from Fox or CNN or any of those. Like they're getting their news, for better or worse.
I was about to say, which I do like, but it just, you got to be careful.
Well,
right?
the amount of
Because
disinformation on both ends is always going to be a problem.
It's a double-edged sword. You know what's cool though is that like with these podcasts, it gives like business owners a way to represent themselves with other business owners.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like higher. It's like, it's
Yeah.
not necessarily like high society or some weird thing like that, but it's the leaders within the community that can actually have a open discussion.
Right.
That's not on the news.
You can't be,
because that's gate kept already.
Right.
God forbid you try to start a podcast,
Yeah.
and now you're just a Joe Rogan copy, right? It's like, well, can we just not talk? Like we're not allowed to talk.
And you
That's
you can't be fake when you talk for a couple hours. Like you can only play that, like, I've got a pitch game for so long before it kind of crumbles in on you.
That's the beauty of like Joe Rogan's thing, right? Is he's like, give me anybody, no matter what they are. Give me 4 hours with them, and I can get a real good read on them. Like no matter what. Like I'm gonna spend 4 hours with them. I can. We're past the time. Nobody's gonna be able to bullshit that much with that much questioning with that much.
Oh yeah.
Well, he
that's
said
why
with Kamala. He said, he's like, I agreed. Like he's like, I'll talk to her about fishing for 2 hours. He's like, I won't.
I'm not trying to gotcha.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to talk to her and see what kind of human she is. And
she couldn't even do it.
It was just too a weird back and forth to get it going, and
it never happened, right?
No,
I didn't think so. Okay.
Yeah,
Trump did, though.
Jumped on. He went.
How
on.
long did their podcast even go? The Trump podcast, I forgot.
It was like what, 2 hours?
I think it was pretty close to 2 hours. Like it was, and then he did Theo Vaughn's.
Theo Vaughn was Trump.
It was good. Like it was.
How do you not love Theo Vaughn?
Well, and with Theo,
I love him so much.
It wasn't a political podcast. It was a pretty like dude to dude conversation. It was cool. Whether it's
you got to
him
see
or
the
any
human
other
side of a billionaire, president. Right?
I try with RFK, man. Like I can't. I'm sorry, dude. Like you've done. I've tried. I'm like, well, this is rough.
Just listen to the way he talks, or the shit he talks about.
No. I can't.
Okay,
focus on what the fuck he's talking about.
Like, I know. No, I know the voice. I know the voice. It's bad.
It's rough.
It's rough. It's not. We're not making fun of him. No. FYI.
Right.
No,
Just saying.
he probably beat the shit out of both of us.
Probably.
He's jacked.
No, dude. Here's the thing. He's the one. I can't. I want to continue to watch him, right? And I always say that because I never do, because we work and I don't have time to do that shit, right? But like, he's interesting to me because he's very much like, the guy practically cured himself from a brain-eating freaking fungus or whatever.
Well, and he was on the fringe.
It's pretty cool, like, to think about. I really want to hear more of what he has to say. I don't know if I agree with him yet. I don't know if I like him yet or not. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely intrigued.
You guys watch Tim Dillon?
Oh, yeah, dude. I listen to Tim Dillon every Saturday.
When Tim Dillon was talking about RFK, and he's like, well, no wonder he sounds like that, because the CIA tried to poison his whole family.
Straight up.
Yeah.
No, Tim Dillon, man, he's a gem. Like because he's super political, but
he's funny.
They can't come at him because he's smart and he doesn't give a shit. And no, we're in a goofy time, but it's cool because we actually get to talk through problems. Like and I think whatever side you're on, like everybody should be on the side of like what makes the most sense. Like you shouldn't be married to whatever idea. But
if we haven't learned that by now, I don't know what we have, because don't marry to no ideas. Just don't do it, bro, because there's a chance it's going to change.
Yeah, things change every day. You can't.
You're right.
Let me ask you guys this. I wanted to, we've been on for
I was
like 2 hours.
we gotta
now.
get out of here.
I want to know about, is there anything new and exciting in the future of RedBilly? Anything new on the horizon? Any products that y'all want to talk about? We brought you on here, and we always try to highlight that we're the worst at this, right? Because we just we want to give some kudos to the brand too, right? But we just chase squirrels and shit, and then you guys didn't help because you guys just kept going with us.
Oh no, we love that. I mean, we do that all day.
Tell us anything new with the brand, anything new, exciting on the horizon, any products you want to shout out, talk about. Let's hear it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give a little bit, and then I can let him have it. I mean, we have some new genetics coming, like later this year, I would say probably.
Yeah, we're popping new seeds here soon, probably this summer.
Yeah, so we're going to try and rotate our genetics a little
cool
bit.
strains that can you heard it here first?
Well, we're still in the process of hunting, so
We're deciding what, we have multiple seed companies, that we're looking at.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would be
one of the funnest parts is, it's like shopping at Christmas. You get to look at your bag full of goodies and
right.
get to pick on which one that sounds good, whether it's apples and bananas or something cakey or diesel-y or whatever.
Yeah.
But
bro, whatever happened to Flow? Remember when Flow? So we went out to Colorado Cannabis Cup back before it was ever legal here, and dude, I remember Flow had just won, and it was everywhere. It won the Cannabis Cup in Colorado. It was such a popular strain. Every dispor we went into had a strain of Flow from somebody, and it was really good. It was really, really good. And I've never seen that here. I'm sure someone's had it.
Yeah.
But I'll just never forget Flow. That won the year before we were there, and everybody had one in Colorado. There was so much Flow. Flow.
Really?
Yeah. And it was 2 or 3 years after Girl Scout cookies and Platinum Girl Scout cookies had swept Colorado, and it was Flow. Have you ever even heard of it?
I've never.
I'm literally over here
Crazy.
I don't even know what you're talking
Flow.
about.
Yeah.
Look it up. Flow. FLO. Flow. That was the literal name of the strain, and it was so popular in Colorado
Really?
at the time.
Maybe our version was runts. we
I
know genetic of runts. You could do.
People can grow the hell out of runts here.
No, bro.
Yeah. It's funny.
We have more runts
I'm
than
not even
Willy
going to say.
Wonka.
I was going to say something, and I shan't say it. But you see a big runts presence with a certain. Let me shut up.
Yeah,
There it is.
That was
Yeah.
perfectly
Say
timed.
That was good timing.
Is
on
that
that
a certain company?
one. No,
Nah,
more like a
yeah.
certain, you know where I'm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
It's a lot of people that have been busted. If you look at their, if you look at the name of their stuff that they had, it was runts, lots of runts. Sometimes pink runts, and rainbow runts, and red runts, and purple runts. And
all the
all the
runts.
runts.
All
The
the
runts family was there.
Well, and you were mentioning you guys got a disposable too going on right now, right?
Yeah, so
Yes.
we're waiting on we're waiting on packaging right now. Obviously, the winter storm and
Compliant
every-
packaging, right?
Compliant.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right.
Yes, fully
Always.
compliant packaging, and we're waiting for that to come in, and I'm really excited. I mean, I got to see the whole process for the first time, and we bought the machine and the distillate machine and everything.
Yeah.
That
Did you
or
get
the
a
cart
Thompson
machine,
Duke?
sorry.
That was
Honestly,
a
I
big
don't
deal
know the
when I
name.
first started. Yeah.
I don't know the name because
I don't
I'm
know if
not
it is
in the
now.
lab all the time, but it's really cool. I mean, it can do 12,000 carts a day.
That's badass.
Yeah, that's
So-
awesome.
Oh, I'm sure it's the one that has the rotating table.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are badass, dude. Oh,
Very
I
expensive.
started with
Very
expensive. We were syringing cards, which was the 510.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, dude, I had everybody that came in. They're like, this is what we had a team of people just syringing cards, and everybody hit me with Thompson Duke.
I'm sure it's
and,
that.
Oh, dude, I went. Which like I said, I had no idea, right? So I start searching, I find them, And I mean, the price tag on these machines, dude, I was like,
insane,
what?
man.
I'm like,
You almost have to hire a separate investor for that thing.
straight up. Yeah.
It's like, hey, can someone loan me a fat chunk of money?
Yeah, so I can buy a cart filler. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
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 No, I got lucky.
Give me a small loan of $1 million.
$1 100 companies that were like,
Shane hit up Facebook Marketplace or
well,
Wish.com.
a lot of people
Yeah.
were engineering their own version of it, and so we got it cheaper, but it didn't have the Duke stamp on it.
No, I mean this one has like a foot pedal and everything, and like you can just you know.
That's
and
badass.
we're trying to work through, since it's our first. I mean, the first launch we did 510 carts that are in our store right now, and I noticed like it depends on your the different kinds of brands of carts you're using.
Yep.
So like some don't work as well as others. Like the one, what was he talking about? Where he was having trouble. Like one of the brands of 1 gram carts we were using.
You
it
have
was,
to inject at an angle or something.
well, you were injecting on one side and it had 2 holes, so it's spitting out the other side.
Oh, God.
And it's like, dude, why would you even make 2 holes? But they do it for like oxygen wise, so like it can
Makes sense.
it can breathe a little bit, but still when you're filling it, it'll pop out every time.
Yeah.
Every time you're filling it. But very cool process. Very happy with the product. I mean, it's clean. It's I mean, like I said, like we were saying before, we would never make something that we wouldn't use ourselves and
Sure.
and put that on the market, especially. But
Yeah, especially him and I, because we're like perfectionists, so it's really cringy to like.
we would never
Just
half-ass
half-ass
something.
it, yeah,
It's like
right.
I'm not gonna cut just to get more out of it. We would never cut it. I mean, it's straight.
But you have to like it sucks because like like the perfectionist side of you wants to do this, and this, and then you look at what you've built and it's like, oh shit, that is too expensive. I can't sell that.
Yeah.
So then you have to start
My cost is
then you have to start looking like, okay,
Yeah.
I've got to shave cost here, I've got to, and it becomes like it's tough, right? Because you got to find what you can buy hardware wise and
Exactly.
everything to keep your cost at where you can sell it.
Right.
Because this industry, if we know anything, it's like I would love to have this, but there's no shot I can have this and it will sell at this price point.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
tough,
have to
dude.
maintain that quality.
It's
Like,
absolutely,
for-
and then finding something where you can maintain the quality that you want, but still be able to offer it at a price that people can afford. It's
well, in the end, that goes.
I don't envy you for having to do that battle. I'll
that
just say
goes
that.
into the whole argument where it's like now it goes into the price war, and I'm not going to get into it because we're running low on time, but it's like, yeah, we can be the only way to, it seems like the only logical way to make money in the industry is if you're vertical. It's like I genuinely give my gratitude to growers and only growers, like people who only have grows.
Right.
I genuinely know what you're going through.
It's an ass whooping.
And it's hard. Like right now with pre-packed and talking about the pricing and everything in June when pre-packed happened, there was a grow that we were buying from, very nice flower. We were buying it at, am I allowed to say prices on here?
Yeah, all day.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess we did earlier. We were buying at $900 a pound.
Yeah.
And after pre-pack, the day after pre-pack, $1,600.
yeah.
They were trying to wholesale it as that. They were wholesaling at $900.
Yeah.
I was like,
not
it was
1600
overnight.
today.
oh no, of course not.
You know what I mean?
And
Like-
well, unfortunately, those people aren't in business
Right.
anymore.
And
but-
that's what happened.
and
Dude, that was nuts.
I was like, first of all, I have to work out this whole pre-pack thing because I still had deli on my shelves and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And people loved the deli, and
Yeah.
we were going through a lot of pounds to the store, and then we lost about half of our sales.
Yeah.
I was
Now,
just about to
granted-
say, I don't know any dispensary that hasn't said that flour dropped.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and you hate
It's
to
not
hear
the
that.
future.
Yeah,
I can tell you that much.
And you hate to hear that as a dispensary too, because we all know, like we can be real here. Profit's not a dirty word. Flour sales was a lot of times the only way you were ever able to keep some margin.
It was the highest margin
It was
in
damn
your
sure the
store,
highest
yeah.
margin,
Yeah.
right? But you get into this price war where I can't find a freaking, I can't find, I can't sell a dime cart or a Bodega Boy cart or whatever brand, all the popular brands. You can't sell it here because if you do, everybody around you is going to whip your ass. You might as well not even bring them in the store. You got to sell them here if you want to sell them, right? And that is, as well as I do, that margin sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
No, it does. And carts, I mean, really going into the retail side from being a grower, I mean, I had no idea what it was like. And then looking at all the margins on every SKU of thing that's in the store, whether it's edibles, concentrates, rosin, disposables, 1 gram carts, flour. I mean, you name it, and everything. The only high margin in the store is flour.
Yeah,
and that's really the moneymaker. And then, but after pre-packed, it flip flopped. Now your majority of sales are concentrate, vapes, pre-rolls. Nobody
highest margin is on percentage wise is probably on a pre-roll.
Yeah.
But that's
and there's no margin on a pre-roll.
Right? Yeah, and that's a low dollar amount, right?
Oh,
and it's like shit.
You have to infuse
it's a balance.
pre-rolls to make a profit. If you're going straight flour, that's a tough game.
Yeah, because nobody wants to buy them for what it would. Yeah, no, it's
even with flour, it's like, I mean, people grows now. I mean, you have to if you're and I won't mention some names, but I will shout out a few names right before we wrap up.
Yeah, please.
There are people that cannot, like, I would imagine they couldn't make a living if they didn't sell over $1,000 a pound.
Yeah,
sure.
Right.
Like, you can't really find people in the state unless it's still an outdoor grow, unless they're selling mass quantity at. I mean, no one's selling at 600 to 900 or 600 to 800 ish. It's hard to find that, like, especially good quality stuff that I would approve to go in my store.
You're talking about since pre-pack.
Since pre-pack,
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, everything that I would smoke, I would have to spend way over $1,000 for, $1,000 plus. So that now the highest I've ever spent is probably, I mean, our range is around like $1,600, but you know, it's.
Something tells me that you're probably going to get some phone calls up like, "Hey, man, I heard you were looking for."
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, because on the flip side of this, like, because me and him, we're everywhere. You get into Oklahoma City, Tulsa metros. I mean, the market for the best is $900 a pound right now. Like, it's
right. Yeah,
it's a nightmare. I mean,
and I think it's a little bit different out in the. I was just about to ask you what's the market like? up in the city?
In the metros, like, it's tough. Like, we got to the point when we were. I mean, even. Several years ago at this point, like, it made the most sense to spend all your time outside of the metro. Like, if you had a couple high volume stores in metros, and then go everywhere else, because if not, you're not.
Number one was the
money.
border towns.
Yeah.
Then you went to the places that you knew had a little bit of traffic because there was a little bit of people there, but not too small, not too big.
Right.
You hit like the Priors and the.
Yeah.
And then
and I mean, West Salem, I mean, we're a mile off the border.
So
we're like a quarter mile off the border.
Tell you this quick story, and then we really should get wrapped. But I'll tell you the quick story. When I was when I was working for Process selling brands, right? Mm-hmm. I was out at in Roland, right? And is Roland Natural Health still out there? They're still live and active. Okay,
it's not the same people.
I heard. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We just
details.
talked about that. Brain. But so Roland Natural Health, I had been trying to get in that store. Anybody that knows that was selling brands back in the day, you wanted to be in that damn store. And you didn't know why, but you knew from everybody that had been in there, you needed to be in that store. Well, then I get my chance, right? Got it. Get a meeting, go in there, and I'm sitting there and I'm chopping it up with the bud tenders, and they're so freaking busy, they don't have time to talk. Nobody has time to talk. There is, oh, dude, it was crazy. Like, the amount of, like, back stock that they had to have in there, and that was just to get them through a few days a week, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I was asking the lady, and I
it's going to drive me crazy.
Same one.
Yeah.
I guarantee, remind me, because I guarantee you I have her number in my phone.
I talked to her not
that long ago. I save it as the name of the store, so I'll have it, Shane.
Yeah. Right.
But so, and I remember, and I asked her, and I said, so are y'all doing 10 a day? And I heard a couple bunters like, and I was like, I look, and she looks back at me, and she goes, "Oh, honey, we do 10,000 from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m." And I'm like, "Oh shit, you're doing 10K on the overnight?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Damn."
Wow.
That just went right up my nose, bro.
if that's the
now that was
years
back then.
ago.
That was years.
Yeah, it slowed down a little bit.
Dude, they were doing freaking, like 60 to 100 a day. There's no store.
That's
now.
crazy.
None.
And that was just the Roland store?
That was Roland. That was that store. And here's the thing. maybe she was bluffing me a little bit, but there was just like the fact that
no product was moving.
There was
like,
the fact that I mean, I remember seeing orders that would go there.
You didn't see the same product there.
No, well, I mean, I was
product.
going there every other week with, I mean, aggressive orders, and I mean, so it was,
dude,
it was moving, like for sure.
I remember just the few times like they made tiny, like they told me like I have, we're gonna give it a try, and I made a couple tiny sales there for them. And they were $10,000, $12,000, $13,000 orders.
Wow.
And it was like, shit. Like, good Lord, I can't imagine. Like, I remember thinking back at the time, remember Nug Brothers? They had this, like, green and black logo with a head.
Yeah.
And it said Nug Brothers. Like, I'll remember, like, they had a lot of, like, Nug Brothers shit on their door. And they had it a lot there, too, I just remember thinking, I'm like, Jesus, what does a Nug Brothers order look like there? Like, if my order was 10, like that, those are probably $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 orders.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But that was back when I remember when I started with RedBud. They were when I got there, it was a big deal for me because I remember when I first started there, they hired me, and he was like, check it out, man. He's like, there's a couple accounts that I deal with. I'm not going to pay you on those accounts. Blah blah blah. And I remember, like, I stayed, and I was like, I'm gonna get them accounts. I'm gonna get them accounts, right? And it turned into I did get all the house accounts, right? But when I got there, he didn't let me touch the Mango, right? Because Mango was his biggest store, and they were doing $7,000 to $9,000 a month, right? And that was a lot to him at the store I was with. And I remember I had taken that $7,000 to $9,000 a month, and my last good order that I had actually had from Mango there, it was $30,000, $40,000 order.
Yeah.
And I just remember I was like, damn.
That's crazy.
That's and that was not even that was 4 years ago.
We had virtually no overhead in that situation. Like, it was like, I mean, literally family owned, like mom, dad, son,
selling. And this is back when I was wholesaling a cart to them, right? This cart at the time that we sold, I was wholesaling. 18 was the absolute lowest to any regular store, and the carts most of the time were $20 or $22. This was 4 years ago, right? 18 to $24 is what we were getting per cart.
And that was CO2 extracted.
And
I can't believe how much prices dropped.
And that was, and I remember at that time, 18, like, we would not go under 18 for anybody, And we were selling them to Mango for 15.
Well, and by the time I left there, we were down to 11.
Right.
Like, I mean, over like, I don't know, a year and a half.
And he stayed 2 years after I left.
Yeah, it was. I mean, literally just drop every month. It was going down to where it was like, well,
now things are tight.
You're right.
Yeah.
I better pivot. But it's.
But see, that's how I got into lab testing, because I was like, I knew it had there was an opening. I seen it, and in my brain, I thought, and I'm just gonna be honest, guys. I thought what I think most people still probably do think. I was like, man, the only some bitches making any money in this world are the labs, because everybody's got to have testing.
That's what we were saying. Like,
and I was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna try to work for a lab. Like, I bet they don't have salespeople.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if I could get in a lab, put a little sales on it, shit.
The other thing I was thinking of is the hydroponic stores.
Yeah.
It's like at the time when we were growing at full capacity, it's like, oh my God, we're spending that much money a year.
I don't think there's any business in cannabis that's cannabis or even parallel to cannabis.
Yeah.
That's like the one you want to be at now. But yeah, no, absolutely, that thought was a fair thought. Was a fair thought. Labs at one point, I can promise you, they were printing money.
Oh yeah.
They were printing money. But there was very
Especially
little
certain
regulation,
labs.
especially certain labs.
Had a lot of customers.
Especially certain labs, right? But yeah, no, I can promise you. It ain't it now. It ain't it, brother. It ain't it.
I would say the best way to go is to be vertical, most likely.
I'm telling you right now,
well, and they've said that from day one. Like when I like jumped into this, that was like you want to be vertical, and it stands true. Like if you can build a brand, you can do it right, you can feed yourself. Like it's. You guys are doing a pretty cool thing for sure. Like, and it's noticed. Like before you guys came on, I asked a handful of people, and they were like, "Yeah, those guys they're doing it right.
They're good people." Yep. Sure, and didn't talk to anybody that had, because I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't really know you that well, so I'm like, I definitely want to ask a few people that I know and trust in the industry. And I asked a few people like, I haven't heard of them. But most people are like, yeah, good people, solid. Yeah. I know them, done this, blah blah blah, solid people. So we were we got real excited. We were talking on the way here. I was like, I'm pretty excited, dude. I was like, I haven't had anybody shit on these guys. They seem like they're real cool. I'm pretty
That's
excited.
good. I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, it's just we kind of keep to ourselves out there, and we just keep our head down and work hard. I mean, we're for the people, and we've always been for the people. And as long as our patients are getting what they want, and that they're happy, and we can create and serve a clean product, that's all that matters.
And what are
Get away
the
from the
name
pharmaceuticals.
of the dispensaries, and what towns are they in again?
So we have West Salem Springs,
Okay.
RedBilly in West Salem Springs.
Okay.
Roland is coming soon.
Okay.
I don't have a stamped time on that, but
Okay.
we're like I said,
We're
waiting
shooting for before 420.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Okay. That's-
That'd be
that's
a
like
cool
our-
grand
yeah.
opening.
Yeah, if it has to be on 420, then hey, cool.
Giddy up.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
We have a lot of people very excited for the grand opening on that. I mean, I have people, vendors and stuff like that aren't even in Roland, and we're going to be grand opening launching with
That's
them
awesome.
on
Yeah.
the banners.
Yeah.
There's going to be big. I have a 30-foot banner right by the highway that's going to be put up probably a month out when we get closer to knowing when our date's going to be. But a lot of good people that are and I don't want to. This is pretty much why Roland Natural Health doesn't like us, because a lot of the good people that we do business with, they're going to be in our store.
Yeah.
And Roland Natural Health isn't. I mean, they don't like that. So, it is what it is. But
Is what it is,
I've had
right?
to deal with price matching everywhere and price wars, and we're about to bring the fucking steam to Roland. So
Come on, dude. Let's
Let's
go.
get
I love
it.
it.
It's,
I like it.
I can't
we're
wait.
gonna see what the market's like down there and serve up some stew down there.
Yeah. And you said you wanted to shout out a couple people.
Yeah, so
Let's hear
my
it.
our third store, I should say, Jay. It's a wholesale cannabis company.
Okay.
That's in
dude.
Jay,
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. I've been there. Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's our second store right now.
That's you guys are kind of like you got a managing.
We're a managing
agreement
partner. Yeah.
For now, and
Yep.
then eventually you'll have hopefully
Right,
over
that swap
Cool.
over,
Very
yeah.
cool.
Yep.
That's the plan. Right.
Yeah, and So, and as far as good companies that we work with, I mean, and talking about like good pricing and very easy to work with. I mean, we got Old School Cure, we got Burley Botanicals, we got
Yeah.
Aero Vapes, we have all kinds of stuff launching at the Roland store. So
Love that. None of those tests with OKCTL. So here's what I would like to do. I'll
get 'em on board.
Say, listen here, you sons of bitch. No, I'm kidding. No.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because I think we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean,
No, you guys had asked me about the Aeropods, and I
did, yeah.
actually I know them. That's the one that has the
it's a
that's
it's a smaller one that is
it's like
liquid
drops
diamonds.
in the top, right? Kinda like it.
It
I'm
doesn't.
thinking of something else.
No, I think you might be thinking of
it was
Rove,
like a
maybe.
pod. No shit. No, I
okay.
test for Rove, but it's the pod. It's like a cart. It looks like a cart, but it's a little bit shorter, and like the battery is like
You're talking about what I used to move?
It's small. It's like purple.
No.
It has it's kind of purple. The disposable is.
no, I don't know. I think I'm thinking.
They're
maybe
shaped
it's-
Hey,
almost,
Burley Botanicals brings some heat. Though.
I know about Burley.
Yeah,
Burley's
yeah.
got fire.
They're fire.
Absolutely.
So Burley
fire.
will be. I mean, they'll be in our store. I know. I probably shouldn't have. Me and Mike have talked about it, and it's like he didn't really want to be on the banner to piss off Roland Natural Health, but
we can. There's room for everybody.
But I mean, yeah, I mean,
We can
the
all
problem
eat.
with them is that like they are the kind of people that told, I mean, Burley Botanicals and other companies that work with us that we don't want to buy your product anymore if you're going to be with RedBilly. And it's like, why be like
It's-
that? You know, it's like we're all there to do the same thing. We don't even have to price match, man. We can just all make the same prices.
Right.
And
Yeah,
do the
right,
same thing.
yeah.
And
Well, you're willing to have the conversation, and I think
course.
Right.
there's
doesn't
a
have to be
stopgap with a lot of these different towns where nobody ever even tries, and so there's like a fill in on this one, and there's like a weird energy back and forth, and it's like, dude, like pick up the phone.
yeah, like if I had
call
the
us,
time,
like,
I'd
we're
go
willing-
into the stores
You know,
and
it'd
be
be
like,
cool. It'd be really cool if, like, there were like an industry association where good business
Right.
owners could go and talk to one another and learn. But there's not, guys, because there's a couple, right?
Yeah.
And they won't, for whatever reason. It's not all their faults, right? Maybe like one of them, like won't merge with the other. and like make like just like one unified voice at the Capitol and for everybody here, so it's like legitimate. Wouldn't it be freaking awesome if there was just like not multiple industry associations, just one that everybody knew, like, hey, we want to join that industry association so we can network with other business owners and like really have one voice at the Capitol? Wouldn't that be
It's
dope?
funny you say that because
Wouldn't
we were
that be
just
dope?
talking about it and meeting about it and trying to look for places that RedBilly was going to sponsor an association where all the
A newer one?
a new one, brand new one, doesn't exist ever, right?
Oh,
And-
you were talking about maybe making one, or somebody that is starting.
Well, not even making an association, just making an event.
Okay.
Not an association. Sorry,
Yeah.
I misspoke.
No, you're fine.
Making an event,
Like hosting an event,
hosting
yeah.
an event.
Yes.
At a convention center, having all of it can be people that we don't like, we like, anybody. Everyone is allowed there. People to connect, business owners, dispensaries, talking to labs, talking to processors.
Yeah.
Everybody is invited, and it's more of it's not like it's not a competition where it's like Cowboy Cup, but it's more of a
Networking.
actual networking event where we can actually do business and talk about, and if we have a disagreement, we can talk about the disagreements. And it's like there's no prejudice against anybody. It's just an event for everyone to come
No,
through.
if you had an
no drama.
industry-only situation where you put everybody
not,
in the same room.
Not to be rude here,
Right.
but not to muck it up. No patience. It's like for
No,
business
right.
owners.
Business owners
so we can
only.
talk business.
Right.
Network. Yeah.
Right.
How to
That'd be
make
awesome.
the industry a little bit better.
So
one day at a
industry
time, you know?
associations will often have networking events. It would just, wouldn't it, back to my damn point, wouldn't it be cool if it were just fucking one that would merge and just, but they won't do that. They won't
No,
get
well,
together and do that.
And that's the
'cause
thing
of
is that
bullshit.
people are
So annoying, bro.
Well, the only
They
thing
have
that
their own
gives
agendas.
those,
It's my battle. It's
but we
mine.
need to make a non-biased networking.
you can't have like an individual like leader in that
No.
type of thing, or even somebody who's like the sole organizer,
Right.
Because then that's theirs. You know what I mean? Like you need if everybody kind of put in together to make something, because there's a space. Because right now there's two that I'm thinking off the top of my head. But the only thing that gives them any kind of like voice or power is the companies within that. I mean, theoretically, if you got all those companies from the two different ones to leave and go start a new one, there's a space for it. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
We're members of a couple.
We'll see.
And anyways, well, yeah. So I'll just not touch on that anymore and leave that alone.
Yeah, we
but
appreciate you having us, man.
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
it, man.
guys so
It's
much
been
for coming on.
Awesome. I am happy that we got to know each other and brought you guys on. We definitely will start requiring headshots probably, because we're not gonna bring a couple one, two good looking sumbitches on anymore. Probably got all kinds of new fans.
We need John Coombs to come back on next
we
week.
need JKJ to come back. And
Have John right in the middle, dude.
Yeah.
Need a
Not-
fifth
not-
chair.
Awesome.
Not saying anything bad about John or anything, but I'm pretty sure at least one, if not both of us, could take him. And I think we got a couple years on him, but
Has
Yep.
Tiny been on here?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
bring Tiny
Tiny,
over
he
here.
came on.
We just need a bunch of big.
See, I can
guys on
take
here,
Tiny
dude.
because he's
He's all
he was
injured,
gimped
yeah.
up at the time.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Ain't
yeah.
worried about Tiny.
Blew that
Tiny's
knee
my
out.
boy. But he blew his knee out at our men's event, actually.
Oh, shit.
Now, that was the men's event that with the Shane calls the He-Man Woman.
Yeah, that's funny.
Tiny, we roped Tiny into going to our church event, and he's he's part
Ruined
of
his
it.
life.
Ruined his life.
Did he fall down the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He tripped and fell. And,
Yeah, if
but
you
it was
heard the
concrete.
story, it's real. It was so he fell and his knee. He came down the stairs. It's funny because I thought he was going up the stairs. I wasn't
Yeah.
there when he fell. I got
Yeah.
there very soon after. When we're done, I'm gonna show you guys the best picture ever.
Oh my God.
His big ass, bro. When he fell, he blew his knee out. It was a bad deal.
Wow.
But when the ambulance showed up, they had to give his ass 2 rounds of fentanyl to get him out of pain and able to be transported.
Oh my God.
Now you think about that. I know everybody hears the word fentanyl is like, oh shit, dirty
Yeah,
word.
yeah, yeah.
But remember, fentanyl was a very strong pain medicine,
Right.
before. And the dude was in pain. Like he blew out his knee, bro. It was bad.
Wow.
And when the ambulance showed up, like before they even hoisted his ass into the ambulance, they had already had to give him 2 rounds of fentanyl to finally get him to where he was like, all right, let's do this, boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog, it was bad. It was a bad
That's
deal.
crazy.
But
Wow.
I have the best picture of Tiny in the back of an
I need to
ambulance
see it.
that you'll ever see in your
Has he
life.
made a recovery? Is he doing all right?
Yeah, he's good now. He's
Cool.
a lot of physical therapy.
Yeah.
A lot of I feel bad for him, bro.
Yeah, a lot of ibuprofen.
A lot of ibuprofen. A lot of
I was joking with him before we got here. I was like, man, I watched the Tiny. I was skimming through the Tiny podcast when you guys were having him on, and I heard you making fun of him falling up the stairs or whatever. I was like,
dude.
oh god.
Well, see, that's what
He was getting kind of mad about it. and I was like,
thought we fell up. He fell up the stairs. I know at that point I was cool to talk shit because I was like, if he makes a move,
I'm just gonna run.
I can
Yeah,
run.
yeah.
Like I'm fat. I've been a big guy my whole life. Never been known for being fast, but I was like, at this point, I'm chilling right now.
Right.
Just hopefully he doesn't remember.
Yeah.
But no, I thought he fell up, and I thought he fell into the stair, and the corner of the stairs blew his knee out. But he didn't. He was coming down, and just the stair wasn't there where he thought it was, and just
That's crazy.
bad deal.
Yeah, I was joking with him. I was like, man, I wonder if I'm bigger than Tiny right now because of that injury.
He's still a big son of a bitch.
I know, dude. He's huge.
That dude is jacked.
He came
he
into our
freaked
dispensary
it-
one
yeah, he
time for
freaked me out,
a
man.
delivery because we have his carts in there.
Big sucker, man.
Yeah.
You were like, take my money.
I didn't know he was the owner, and
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you're the delivery driver, and he was like, oh no, I'm the owner of the company. I'm like, holy shit, I've never seen you before.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, dude. And then we started talking about all kinds of
It's
stuff.
almost like,
but-
there's
yeah.
somebody that's probably been like talking shit. I'm like, man, Cloud Z, bullshit ass company, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Trying to do this. And then like you meet Tiny out in person, he shakes your hand. And he's like the nicest guy ever,
Yeah,
right?
no, he's
But
cool.
then like you
He's
shake your
awesome.
hand immediately, you're just like,
his hands like a
hey,
like a
I love your brand, bro.
glove.
his hands like a
glove.
baseball mitt, and you're like, I'm gonna
Man,
stop
stop.
talking.
Hey, dude, well, have you ever seen his wife?
Yeah.
So his wife
Oh,
is
yeah.
jacked too, right?
Yeah.
Like she's very, like, don't get me wrong, she's very lady, like she's
Michelle?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Michelle, gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
She's a rep for
1906.
yeah, but not, well, he
Or she
was with
was
1906.
1906,
Now
yeah,
with
yeah.
Bodega, right? And it's just funny, right? Because good and well, right? Like I know for a fact, right? Like back in the day when she was in 1906, she came out of the dispensary. I was like, like damn, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, there's probably dudes, right, that are like just like laying it on, bro. Like I'm
Oh,
going
God.
to hit on this woman. She's the one, right? And then just Tiny walks around the corner. It's like, you know what? Actually, I don't. Not interested. Not my type.
There's
Right?
plenty of
husband.
fish.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit.
Dude, I love them too. I was
They're
telling
great. Yeah,
them
they're
all
great.
the time too. She's a freaking pro, bro. I was out at Cowboy Cup and I was watching, that sounded hella creepy.
I was watching.
I swear to God, Tiny, I wasn't watching her. No.
Yeah.
But no, we were out there, and I was gonna go say hi to her, right? And dude, just the amount of like sheer dudes that are just like standing around, just like listening
Yeah.
to her, like she's really saying some shit, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because they are just like we're guys, right? Like
Yeah.
They're not insanely focused.
Those are called
on-
Right.
orbiters.
We tell women all the time. It's like, hey, trust my opinion when I tell you, like, stay away. It's like we see it as guys. They sometimes
Yeah.
I'm sure some women are hip to it the whole time, but like we hear it and we're just like, oh my god, bro, really? Like I know what you're doing, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I have a penis too. I get it, right?
Yeah.
But like it's so funny because like they're like
I'm not saying anything.
they're
Right,
trying
right.
so hard,
saying
right?
anything.
And like she's just such a pro at like absolutely in the most classy, beautiful way of swerving that shit in the world, right?
Yeah.
And
Shutting it down.
I told
Very
Tiny one day,
professional.
I was like, I just want you to know, dog, like you did good, son. You did good.
Yeah.
Like you got a great wife.
keeper.
She's absolutely swerving the most pressure ever, and she's swerving it like a champ and repping Bodega. So good
Yeah.
for her, man.
Yeah, very cool
And she'll
people.
probably kick their ass too.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, she's yoked.
Yeah, that
All
was
right,
the
brother.
first time. Oh, sorry. No, I'll let you go.
You all,
Shut the hell up.
hold on, go ahead.
No,
I was gonna
Shut it
say,
down.
Don't let him yap anymore. man.
Zoe's probably gonna start. She's probably making signs to Shane, telling me she's gonna start hitting me with
She
shit.
probably already
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, she might know. We're gonna have to close it down ourselves.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys have anything else?
I think we're good.
Oh
man.
no, that's all right.
Well, dude, thank you for
Yeah,
coming
man,
on.
thanks for having us.
Love to have you guys back one day, and I look forward to getting to know you guys even more, and maybe doing some business with you, and
Oh, yeah.
maybe we'll have to grab some lunch sometime if we're in the area.
Oh, for sure. I got to bring back some stickers. We didn't bring any
yeah,
stickers
the
this
wall.
time.
Oh yeah,
wall.
please.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sons
yeah.
of guns.
Dude,
No,
I have a bunch
absolutely.
of
know.
business cards and I have no stickers.
Yeah.
We love to put stickers on a sticker wall, so please.
So now
bring
we
some
have to come
stickers
back, I
we
guess.
have to
Yeah.
come
I love it, man.
Well, hell yeah, dude. My name is Shane Davis.
And I have been Brandon Fountain, and we are the Controlled Burner. We're gonna see you next week.
We out.
Every week, we'll see you.
Deuces.